So it's a free country. These were made, Cat made these rinks. These are Crocs. So I'm gonna fight. And this is when a man decides who he is and what he's worth. Brendan says he's gonna put hands on me. So guess what? I'm ready and I'm gonna meet him halfway.
Enough of us. Oh gosh, man. We left us 20 minutes after you. There was no problem. You know, just left the show. What can you do?
What's up, brother? So here we are.
What are you doing?
I'm wearing Crocs. What are you gonna do?
What I tell you? What I tell you?
What are you gonna do about it?
What I tell you if you can
What are
wear
you gonna do
Crocs?
about it? Huh?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do about it? What now? What now? What now? What now? What now? What now? Huh? What now? Here you go. Here you go. Those are my balls. I bulldog my nuts. Now, shut the fuck up. Now you're a tough guy? Now you're a tough guy?
No.
Well, then what?
Get your
Now you're a tough guy. What happened? Yeah, exactly. Don't fuck around. Hey, all right? Now sit down.
Don't let me slap your nuts. Put your nuts away and wear your Crocs. Oh, you're so veiny, dude.
Yeah, they're famous.
Why are your nuts so veiny?
I'm old.
All right, dude.
What do you mean, all right?
I didn't know you wanted Crocs that bad.
I'll tell you something
Those are
else.
so terrible.
Fucking Croc keychain, too.
Oh my god.
Dude.
8126 Wilshire Boulevard, Hegan Machado
Did
Jiu-Jitsu.
he teach you to pull out your nuts and bulldog them?
All is fair and love and war, brother. You know, Black Tux is a company I've used when I went to Yosef's wedding. And
Oh yeah, you wore a tux like
wore
a
a
penguin?
tux, got myself nice and measured, and it fit like a glove because they took my measurements. They had it to me in time
Wow,
for me to
man.
return it. If there were any problems, there were no problems.
Here's what I like about it, dude. Black Tux is they have easy online ordering process that brings you the suit or tuxedo straight to you. Just pick a style at theblacktux.com and request a free home try-on so you can feel the fit and quality before you really commit to this thing.
right.
And if online's not your style, the Black Tux has showrooms all over the country, so you can go on in.
And when you get fitted for a tux, it's so much different.
Dude, they'll
just look
ship
good.
you your order 2 weeks before your wedding so you can check it out one last time. Talk about commitment. Whether you're buying your outfit or looking to rent, you won't find a formal wear experience. Designs like the ones you'll find at the Black Tux.
And I'll give you a
Give
story.
him a deal, Brian. Don't give us a long story.
Let me give you a story.
I really want to leave.
As Rinks, let me give you a story. I'm in my Black Tux. I'm in Boston, and a woman's staring at me. I'm at the hotel that we stay in Boston. She looks at me and she just goes, she's with her guy, and I look at her and I figure she recognized me, and she goes, "It just looks good. Tux, it just looks good on you."
I don't believe that story.
Swear to God. And I went, "Well, thank you very much."
That never happened.
That did happen, actually. That did happen. Blacktux.thebblacktux.com, TUX, spelled thebblacktux.com. Enjoy 10% off with code TFATK. That's thebblacktux.com, code TFATK for 10% off your purchase.
The Black Tux, formal wear for the moment.
Athletic Greens. If you don't want to eat 25 servings of fruits and vegetables, you can get it in essentially, you can get 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients with Athletic Greens.
Dude,
with
just a little
scoop.
powder. Just a little
You do
powder.
it? You do
mix
it all
with
the time?
water. I love it every morning. Every morning. Athletic Greens
ultimate
requires less
daily-
capsules.
Yep, all in one meal.
Yep, 75 vitamins, dude. 75.
They got prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, adaptogens, superfoods, and more. And basically helps your body with its nutritional needs and everything else. So, all you have to do is whether you're taking a step toward a healthier life or an athlete pushing for better performance, Athletic Greens gives you the nutrients and the greens and everything else that you need to thrive.
Go to athleticgreens.com/fighter and claim the offer a free tub of 20 servings, all natural New Zealand 20.
Well, New Zealand sourced 100% grass-fed whey
Wow.
protein. You get whey protein for free.
That's micros and macros. You got you covered. athleticgreens.com/fighter for the special offer.
Wow. You got
So,
a nice, tight, high ass, too.
I got a nice ass.
I didn't expect you to have a
Nope,
tight,
I'll
high
give him
ass like that.
I give Brian a lot of shit. He has one of the best ass I've seen in the game.
It's plump and it's high and it's tight, and your balls look like what I thought your balls would look like.
Yeah, they're old, but I'm
They're
53.
long, man.
Dude, that legit took everything in my power because I didn't know that was going to happen for me to not take a lick.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Put them in your mouth.
When he puts them out like that, because
Yeah.
I thought that my
The baby
gay was
brain.
cured, but it's not cured.
The baby brain.
Tell you a story. When I was a young man, I was probably 18 years old in Russia, in communist Russia. I hook up with this gal. I meet these two girls in the lobby. Turn out they were probably hookers. Now, or girls that need help with their rent. Now, listen, my buddy, he couldn't do it with Kristina. It was Kristina and Svetlana. And he couldn't pull the trigger. He
perform?
couldn't get his. Yeah,
couldn't get up?
He'd never been around another guy. I don't give a shit.
Dude.
I'll have sex. Knee to knee.
Matter of
Knee to
fact,
knee. Knee to knee with my boys.
We've been there.
That's it. It's, hey, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's no, hey, no, I didn't mean it that
Just
way.
nuts were out.
But no, I know. But just take it easy.
I apologize.
And the point is, I'm there. And he can't perform, so I go, well, come join.
He's a practice player.
That's right. So I'm giving it to Svetlana, giving it to her at 17, 18 years old.
Condom or no condom?
Of course, no condom. Now, yeah,
Russia.
come on, Baba. Come on, it's Russia. It's Russia, Baba. It's Russia.
Might have a Russian baby.
This is 1989.
Oh, yeah. They didn't even have
crazy. Maybe no, 85. Maybe I can't. I'm young.
40
They didn't even have
85,
herpes yet.
1985.
42,
No,
thing yet.
44?
no, you were good. So my mother called me. That's a whole nother story. Doesn't matter. Now, she comes over. Now, as I'm going to town on Svetlana, and then I go to town on Christina, I come back to Svetlana.
Curvy in the 80s?
Oh, the best. Christina bit my butt. She went like that.
The
and it was
asshole or the cheek?
No, just the cheek. It was so shocking to me. And I went hey, like that. I went hey, like that.
Wow.
And, yeah. And
Where'd you drop your American load?
You know, believe it or not, I don't remember. I literally don't remember, but it wasn't anything
She
pornographic.
gave him that stars and stripes, brother.
Yeah, it was probably in
Now,
her.
now I'm gonna say this. I'm not a gay man, but
Yeah.
I've seen my share fair dicks. Saw Chris's dick today,
Send him a pic of it.
and it's long and a little thin. You know this, long and thin.
Yeah, I got girth.
Long and thin.
Long and thin, and you can verify one wart, which is not that bad.
It's
One wart,
No,
which is like
that is bad. We gotta
Why?
get that taken
It's
care
just
of.
one. There's guys out there that have in double digits. I have one
We gotta get
tiny
that
little wart.
No, we gotta get that taken care of. I asked him how much he benched. He lied to me.
I didn't lie to you. And I
told
got
me-
fucking also, I got good news too. Just hot off the presses
getting
from the
it.
doctor.
Are you cool if I show Callan your
Yeah, absolutely.
cockatiel?
Absolutely. Just so everybody
He's
just
wearing a Barstool sports shirt, by the way. In the
Well, that's not a bad dick, dude.
no, not at all,
Dude,
I was impressed.
it's
Hold
fucking-
on. This kid's got a fucking piece on him.
I got a hog.
I mean, I'm very impressed with that.
But it's long.
It's
Well,
a
it's
long
also
dick.
got some girth.
It's long.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yours is girthier for sure. I'm
wonder.
somewhere in the middle of you two.
Yeah.
No, I'm
It's like
impressed.
my dick looks like your dick's had babies.
Stefano's got a piece on him.
Dude, I told you,
It's not
fucking,
bad
I
at
got a
all.
little bit of a hog.
But
Chicks dig
a
'em.
solid 8 inches.
8 inches, 9 with warts.
9 with warts.
Yeah.
That's a Brooklyn.
I gotta
That's
go to the
a
bathroom.
Brooklyn
I'll be
hoagie
right
there.
back.
No, dude, come back. Yeah.
That's a Brooklyn hoagie.
And I got,
Hey,
I got
Census.
the.
Just sent it to you.
Well, there's last I were at the comedy store, me, him, and Santino, and I get the picture from Troy. I sent her, I go, hey, we models?
Yeah.
You know, friendly, we models, 9 a.m. You get goose. I was driving, went, oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
I went, well, good for you, man.
Good for you.
Good
And,
for you.
and then I just got the email today. Chlamydia, trachomatis, negative. Gonorrhea, N-gonorrhea RNA, negative.
Good.
Vaginitis, positive.
Positive.
No.
Got it.
It said
Good.
herpes 1, negative. Herpes 2,
Positive.
negative.
Wow.
HIV,
We don't know.
negative. So far, negative.
Yeah.
But it's good. The only thing I have is a tad bit high cholesterol, but I have been plant-based, 90% plant-based, which is it's been interesting because the last time I came on here, you know, I wanted to be in a relationship with Brian, and
What?
I'm not saying I don't want to do that, but I do feel like since I've added mostly plants into my diet, the gay feels somewhat cured.
Right.
But I still do, like, it's one of those things where, like, now I'll have a gay thought.
Sure.
And I'll eat a zucchini.
There you go.
And then you're good.
And then
goes
I
away.
just feel like
Until Callan got his nuts out, and then I saw your mouth water.
that's what happened. Then I was because I want plants, but then I was like, give me a sweet potato. I want to put it in my ass.
Yep.
So was it?
Okay.
I just didn't want to eat it the regular way.
Let me ask you
I
this.
want to, yeah.
you are plant-based. What was your cholesterol? Give me a number.
My cholesterol was when I started before I started doing this was 250 total cholesterol because I got an Italian fat dick.
That's high.
You know, and now since I've been
250's high.
Is that high?
Well,
I don't know cholesterol.
Mine was
Is that high?
154, and he was like, a little high.
I just know blood pressure.
Yeah,
250 is very high.
Yeah, it was through the roof. I'm a fat cuisine
Well,
idiot.
that's literally. Now, you have to look at oxidized cholesterol, the size of the molecule, all kinds of fucking things. But 250, usually that puts you on a statin.
Total cholesterol. And the doctor was like, listen, you're 35 years old. What are you doing? And he asked me honestly, he was like, tell me what you eat. And I said, he said, what food do you eat the most? And I'm being honest. I was like, let me think. He said, yeah, it's important that I know. And then I said, probably pizza. And he said, okay, it's New York City. How many slices of pizza do you eat a week? And this is a real number, okay? He was like, think about it.
This is 7 days?
This is in a 7-day cycle. Okay. I told him, and I was confident with this number, that I eat 28 slices of pizza a week.
Okay.
And that's what I was eating.
All right.
And then
now, when you took your cholesterol, had you eaten before or did you fast?
No, I did the fasting cholesterol, everything. You know, I didn't eat for 8 to 10 hours.
Now, you said the 250 is a total read. What was your LDL?
My LDLs, I believe, were like 150. They were high. My high cholesterol, my good cholesterol was high. My HDLs were high, which is positive.
Yeah.
So that's why he wasn't too concerned. But the LDLs and the triglycerides were TTR through the roof.
And do you think that's all because of New York pizza?
It was the pizza. It was all the fat and meat that I believe I was eating.
Triglycerides not good. You don't want that high, apparently.
That was high.
Okay.
But then baby girl did the plant-based diet, 90%. I can't go ever. I still eat meat. 90% plant-based, and the total cholesterol is 190.
Ooh.
Everything here, I have it. Everything.
How long have you been doing it?
I was doing it for about 6 to 8 weeks.
Because Johnny Boy over here is doing
all meat,
just red meat. I haven't had anything but red meat since Sunday now.
But Boopy Bear, you don't have any cholesterol issues, right?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah. Have you had? When was the last time you had it checked? 1984.
No, I got blood checked in January.
If you don't have any cholesterol issues, then you can eat the meat. Daddy had cholesterol issues.
You're eating, I was basically 3 large pies a week.
And a lot of sweets. I was eating a lot.
I got sweet tea
so
too.
Your triglycerides
My triglycerides were through the fucking roof.
But you don't have like a skinny fat build on you. I know you always talk about your tits.
I do have fat off-center nipples. My total cholesterol now, as of February 5th, was 191 total cholesterol, HDLs at 61, triglycerides at 75, non-HDLs at 131.
Speaking Ethiopian.
LDL cholesterol 116, and the VLDL cholesterol, which is for transgender people, was 15. So,
wow.
Yeah.
You got a transgender
I'm
reading.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had a transgender.
Do you identify as a transgender man?
I identify as a well, right now, I think it depends, because here's the thing. Is if you know, we live in a free society right now, and there's days where I do genuinely feel like a transgender Eskimo. So I don't know why I can't just get in my little igloo, get
Inuit.
a piece of halibut and make it a pussy.
It's Inuit. It's not Eskimo. I
apologize.
I find that offensive.
And your pronouns.
Did we used to date, me and you?
Maybe.
Because I feel like you and I used to date.
Yeah.
There's something about that mustache. I feel like I've been tickled by you before.
That's not even a mustache. That's a mustache.
Oh, that's a mustache.
Yeah, we call that a mustache.
Dude.
What are you doing out in LA again, dude? Where are you out here?
In Los Angeles?
Yes.
I was doing, your guys' podcast, do Theo Vaughn's podcast, and then tomorrow I'm doing stand-up on the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Oh.
But he does it in Vegas, so I wanted to come out here.
From his comedy club?
From his comedy club in Las Vegas, yeah.
But they produce and shoot it for, it's not live, right? They just add it into the TV show?
Yeah, there's a few people that are going to do it, and then he just will put it out whenever. I'm looking forward to do it, but I only said yes to do it because I was like, oh, this gives me a reason to come to LA and get on the podcast.
I like Kimmel.
I like him too.
Kimmel just, I don't know him, but everybody I know his sister.
Did you see him during the Kobe Bryant stuff?
I did.
He was the host?
Monster.
Monster. His show is the edgiest, coolest one out of all those late night shows.
You ever see him crying over Don Rickles?
Oh, yeah.
No.
I love that.
You ever seen him cry? I mean, he's cried a million times.
He was crying over Don. He loved Don Rickles, and he couldn't stop crying. It was just
fucking
so cool.
gay homo for that.
No.
Hey,
sorry.
Hey, you're going to the show, man.
Whoa.
I didn't mean that.
In this climate,
man. I'm sorry.
It's the plants.
My VLDLs are high, man.
You can't blame that on your bigotry.
No, dude, I'm kidding.
Do you know what the difference between bigotry and racism is?
Bigotry and racism. No, I don't.
If you're a bigot versus being a racist?
Yeah.
I guess bigot means you're essentially prejudiced against. It could be anything. It could be individual. If you're racist, you're prejudiced against a race. But if you're bigoted, you're.
Yeah, but you
I
can
don't
be
like
racist.
fat people.
But
That would be bigoted.
But you could be racist towards multiple races. You're just saying it's just racist.
With the word
Nothing
bigot, he's a bigot. You can be.
But-
you can
Like,
say
you don't
I
like
don't
short
hire
people.
fat people. I don't hire short
and
people.
that'd be
I
correct.
think racism and tribalism is just a part of us as human beings.
Yes.
And it's like doesn't make you all bad. You know what I mean? Like my dad, when Staten Island, there was a Hurricane Sandy in 2012, and my dad lived on Staten Island, and the coast of Staten Island was ravaged, right? But my father lived a little bit inland. So he would get a U-Haul truck every single day and go down and help the families, mostly Latino families, help them out, take their kids to school, everything. But simultaneously, while he was doing that, just because he's an old school guy from the Bronx, like the leader of the one family took in the patriarch, his name was Jose, my dad just called him Juan. You know, or like it's just, or he was like, "Hey kids, don't steal my silverware." Like old hack jokes, you know. He was like, "Where's your fucking passports? If you got, I'll get ice in here in a second.
Yeah.
Are you citizens?" But he was taking them to school every day,
Yeah.
washing their clothes, everything like that. You know,
guy.
It's old school mentality.
So it's like, but it's like
fucking
in 2020, somebody who's fucking woke and dope would be like, "Oh, my dad's a pig," and it's like, yeah, he was doing more than you were with your dumb
With his
fucking
hands.
paper straws.
He's a good pig.
He's a good pig. My dad's a good pig.
I always say that it's your intention. If you're doing something to make the world a better place with your physically, then you have a higher standing. Than
Absolutely.
do, you know.
That's why I feel like I literally, genuinely, anytime I go.
I'm sorry, Chris. Go.
These
No,
are
go ahead.
annoying you, huh?
Oh my God! Sorry, they're so distracting.
Dude,
No, please don't get at your
do
cock.
it. I'll fucking come.
Yeah, please don't.
Dick,
What?
I
We
swear,
don't need
Brian,
to,
I'm
dude,
being
don't.
dead serious.
These plants got them feeling type of way,
because
dude.
I've been 90% plant-based, I'm going to be honest with you right now.
yeah.
Because last time I was about being in a relationship, but I'm just fucking horny because I haven't had meat.
I
So
don't
if you
want
pull
this.
your dick out, it's
licking a
going to
bust.
get sucked.
All right, well, here you go. I'm not going to wear it. I got these socks on. They're cute.
Whoa, you got pretty
cutest.
ambidextrous toes.
Yeah, I do.
Dexterity of your feet
Dude,
are
there's
nice.
even a corgi on your.
This is the cat. These are
The
amazing.
best.
They dry vaginas up everywhere,
cat.
but I'm going to wear these.
Cat, are
Cat
you
too.
upset if I set them on fire?
I love
No,
these.
by all means. I actually hate Crocs too.
But they're cute.
Same.
I'm gonna these have got to be like a hung up. These are good.
Yeah,
Those are nice, real nice.
Those are awesome.
What do they say on them?
No, it says rinks because he's wrinkly.
Let's just put these.
Old
He's
rinks.
wrinkly. I thought his ass was. I thought his skin was not.
Yeah, I'll
wrinkly
give him
at all.
that. He has a J-Lo ass.
I
He does got a fatty.
You said it. I'm built like a frog.
Yep.
Because when I did my genome, I was so excited.
the
It said it was
frog.
mostly fast twitch muscle.
Yeah.
Built for speed and power. And I was like, Brendan. He goes,
Yeah.
well, you're built like a frog.
Kermit the
Yeah.
Frog.
Yeah.
So like what I was saying before is like you know, like I'm someone, and this is just where I come from, where it's like I feel like I donate to GoFundMe's. Anytime I see a homeless person, I not only offer them money, I offer them food and water. So why am I not allowed to then yell racial slurs at non-whites in the street?
Because
Ask me that.
Because you.
I don't know
because-
why.
Chris, you can't. Chris.
Because it's like
because you fucking can't, dude.
I don't understand
That's
why
the way it works,
You
dude.
can't do nice things for people just so you can be a vocal racist, dude.
But I'm giving homeless people fucking full bagels toasted with butter.
I know, dude, but you
He's
can't.
kind of earned it though.
No,
Dude,
guys,
he's kind of.
guys, you're missing the fucking point. He's clearly doing this so he can exercise his right to be a complete son of a
Why
bitch
not?
racist.
Yeah, I can't throw a mask at an Asian person. Say, put this on, you coronavirus fucking.
No, you
If
can't.
literally gave a homeless guy $1.
Yeah.
If I gave a homeless guy a fucking
You're buying.
dollar,
You're racist. You're buying a racist
if I give a
comment.
homeless guy $1, I can't go on the subway and go up to some woman selling churros and say passport now, or I call ICE in 5 seconds.
No, you can't
What?
do that.
Why not?
Because you're
Passport
so
now.
so offensive to my. I'm rather
or go
woke.
kick a black guy in the face. Say, here's your fucking month.
Hey,
If I give a guy $5 a week before that, homeless guy.
you can't buy your right to be a racist, you son of a bitch.
Here's your month.
Black History
Oh,
Month.
my
Yeah,
God.
February's over, you
Oh,
son
my
of a
God.
bitch.
I'm just kidding around. Oh, it's Women's History Month. Let me tuck it back. I'm kidding
Chris,
around.
Chris, you've killed our
your
podcast.
Here's your month.
Chris shut down the podcast.
Here's your month.
I'm joking. I'm just kidding around.
I am fucking
Dude, how
outraged.
about fucking Super Tuesdays? Were you surprised?
I was not so surprised. The question is, does Biden or Bernie pull out the ultimate nomination?
I think it's going to be Joe Biden.
As far as you think Biden's going to be the
He's more
Feels
elected.
like
I
it.
think he's
yeah,
more
it
elected.
feels like it. It
Yeah.
feels like that's who the Democrats
I was
want.
surprised most people like I didn't think that many people like Biden. I find him like very.
He's a
old and
familiar
just, like,
face. He's been around a long
with
time.
Obama,
He's kind of like a Scranton, Pennsylvania kind of.
Nice.
He's kind of.
People aren't as loosey goosey and liberal as Bernie was thinking, huh? When it comes down to it, everyone's like,
I think Trumpy boys are going to win again, though.
Well,
I think it'd be
Trump is
Biden
gonna
and
win.
Bernie.
The thing is, like Brian said before, it's like this what we get to pick from.
Well,
This
the
is
best
it?
thing somebody
I
said
don't like
about
any of them.
the best thing somebody said about Bernie Sanders. One of the things that's good about Bernie is that he speaks his mind.
Yeah.
He's as authentic as it gets.
Right.
But one of the things that somebody says when Bernie Sanders talks about free college,
Mm-hmm.
free healthcare. He is a guy who believes those things should be moral rights.
Right.
That's an argument,
Right.
and I respect it. But at the end of the day, when it comes to actually paying for it, when it comes down to the nitty gritty of
plan?
it all, that's where
Where can he
he's
pay
going
for
to
it?
He
fall
wanted to
short.
take it
But
from
he
the
is a
military.
Jew, he'll find
He
a
wanted to
way.
take it from the military.
Was that okay to say?
No, I don't know.
Well,
I don't
he's
know.
a Brooklyn Jew, right?
He's
Yeah.
a Brooklyn Jew,
Yeah.
but he lives in Vermont.
He's a Brooklyn Jew who's actually, I think, almost anti-Israel. I mean,
Right.
he's got these very sort of unpopular Jewish views. He's a guy who took his honeymoon in the Soviet Union, and
He did.
Yes, he went to the Soviet Union.
Bless you. Dude, let me know next time. I'll open my mouth.
What the fuck did you
I
say?
got corona.
Oh no. That's the other thing. People are around my set on the show. People are bumping elbows.
God. That's
I'm
gay.
like, get the
Oh,
fuck
that's
out of
gay.
here.
I love that people
shake
are-
my hands right now.
No,
I love
fist
that.
bump.
I love that people buy the Corona buy the masks, like those masks.
Does nothing.
That's not going to do anything. And the
No, it only helps if you have the virus. It keeps it so you don't get other people
guess
sick.
so.
Babesicles. Let me tell you something right now. That
Babesicles,
fucking
dude.
that
call
fucking
them?
babesicles. That
He kissed
fucking,
me yesterday at the comedy store.
Kiss
brother.
me too.
In front of
Yeah.
all my friends.
Kiss me too.
No, in front of all my friends. I'm like, what's up, dude? It's coming in here. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna do, dude? That's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
You and I could get on the octagon and you'll stick to the floor because I'll come all over you. You're not gonna get up to it. I'm gonna shoot my spider webs on you and pin you 1, 2, 3.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Chlamydia free, guy. I got the results.
It's true. Congrats.
Listen, the coronavirus. I don't think for a second
it's a
that that's
hoax?
from eating bats. I think that was biochemically made in a lab in China, and they make it. And then the people that wear the masks are so fucking stupid because the masks are made in China. They're dipping the mask in the coronavirus, sending to the United States. It's a whole conspiracy that I know that the liberal fucking cucks have made to try to crash the economy. And you're not going to take down Trump 2020.
Jesus Christ, dude. What
Sorry.
the fuck? Stop it up.
I'm just fucking kidding around. Did I
don't
go
know,
too
dude.
far with the here's your month? I felt
think
like that
so.
will cross the line.
I do.
I'm
So do
so
I.
sorry. Is it live? Can we edit that one out?
Hey, we can edit
No,
it
you
out.
guys can keep it, but I just feel like that. I felt like I was having fun with the thing, and then I said kick that, and then I saw people put their heads down when I said here's your month.
Right.
I love and support all black people and people of any race, culture, and creed, and transgender people. I love literally. There's not a group of people on this fucking planet that I don't love, except the Vietnamese because we were at war with you.
Jesus Christ, we have a
You
Vietnamese
and
woman in the
Vietnamese
fucking.
can get your fucking sandwiches and shove them up your little
Cat's a
asses.
fucking cat.
Sorry.
Cat is
That's
from
it.
Vietnam.
Cat, I know, I love you. It's just I can't. I'm kidding around. I was just joking.
You went bad on Eskimos. You went bad on Vietnamese.
I'm kidding. I'm just fucking being silly.
Here's your mom.
I'm being a silly goose, man. I'm
Hey,
being
you
a
want
silly
to wait
goose.
to release this to after you shoot Kimmel? What do you-
Yeah, I'm a silly goose. Because I was just saying I don't. I'm kidding. I fucking love everybody. I have a Puerto Rican child.
That's true.
Oh, you do?
So you get
I
away
do.
again. You get away with a lot, dude.
Oh, because your baby's mama is Puerto Rican.
She's Puerto Rican, and also
I saw
I'm-
baby mama last night.
Nice tits, right?
Whoa,
I asked if she's single.
really? She's hot.
Smoky.
She's beautiful
Me and him
girl.
like the same type. We have the same type.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what
my
we
kid's mom-
realized.
Is it hot, curvy, and Latin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well,
Yeah. She's spicy, my kid, and I want to get back with her. I think too. I'd like to get back with my kid's mom. I'm
really?
just done
And
being
make it
single.
work?
I'm just done.
Are you
being-
tired?
I'm tired, and I'm like, why am I missing so many? I see my daughter every single day, but it's still like there's times where I just go back. It's 10 o'clock at night, put her to bed, and then I go back to my apartment. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Why am I? She still should.
Are you not waking up with her?
I wake up with her Tuesdays and Thursdays and every other weekend, but there's still other days. Where I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to. I think I miss the family.
Bite the bullet and jump back in, dude.
Jump right back in.
Is baby mama down though?
Baby
Or
mama, I
why
think
did you guys
she's
break
down.
up in the first place?
Because we got into an argument and I didn't give her my phone and she kicked the air conditioner out the window.
That's fair.
So that's
She's Dominican. What is she?
she's Puerto Rican.
Ooh, tougher.
So we just no. You know what it is? We had. She conceived the baby on like our second or third date.
Hell yeah.
So we didn't know each other at all. And then we tried to make this thing work and it
Nightmare.
didn't work. But now I'm like, you know what? Like 2 years have
We're
went
older.
by. Yeah, we broke up for 2 years. You had a boyfriend. I had my life. Why don't we just try to make this thing work
You think
again?
she's gonna be down?
I think she would.
She's hot, dude.
She's hot. She's hot, and she kiss. And
You want
she's
you want
great.
you want Babe Skills? Give her a run.
She's fucking. Brendan,
I'm in New
being
York
serious.
in May.
I know it's
Can I get a
New York
picture?
in May.
Dude, I know it's the mother of my kid, but I'm being dead serious. She's hot.
Yeah.
She's so fucking beautiful, and her dick. Oh my god,
no.
dude!
Oh,
you gotta
no.
see
What?
this girl's this lady's
no.
fucking penis.
Hey, by the way, who is your Afghani friend who's sitting next to you?
This is Don.
Hey, who's the
Depetta.
alley cat version of your boy Onnit?
I was gonna say this is we call him Handsome Giannis.
Yes.
This is Don. This is Don Depetta. Don, do you have a mic? No. Go ahead.
100% Italian.
To the mic.
100% Italian.
No.
He's 100%
Are
Italian.
you showing us baby mama right now?
I'll show baby mama, but while Don, introduce yourself. Say hello to the group.
You're gonna show him the tit tat?
Load
No,
up
won't
the
show
good
that.
one. Load up the good one you
She's
showed
got a-
Daddy
she's
last
got a
night.
titty
Load up
tat.
the
Oh, I
good
showed.
one.
Didn't I show
Yeah.
Daddy a few of them?
Yeah, you did. Yes.
Which one do you like? When
she's
the
very
thick
nice.
one?
I like the thick one. You got some real New York.
Yeah, she's
Subway
a real New
house.
York which I like.
He has-
She's just a
he-
great lady.
He just has some New York hoes in that phone now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, like
some-
just
some
that, and then
Subway.
you could peruse.
I didn't see that one.
You're gonna see
Which one
dick
did you
in
see?
there.
Show them which one you saw.
She's a beauty. Look at that face.
And she looks just like my daughter.
She looks like fucking a young.
She looks like heaven.
She looks like a young.
You know what she looks
like
like?
a
Who's
young
in the wrestler?
Antonio
Who was-
Banderas.
Who was in the wrestler? Who was in the wrestler?
Oh, no,
Mickey Rourke?
she's hotter than her.
Mickey
She's-
Rourke?
Her body's way
You talking
better.
about Marissa Tomei?
Marissa Tomei.
Marissa Tomei's beautiful.
Her body's way better than
Yeah,
Marissa Tomei.
she's gorgeous.
Hey, you know what
She's
she
a
looks
gorgeous
like?
girl.
A good time.
Good time. She's.
Wow.
So I'm thinking like now as times
Congratulations.
went on, because you know what it was.
Well, they're
I-
separated, so don't congrats.
Okay.
I was trying to always find ways to get out of the relationship when you know.
You're
'cause
a comic, sure.
Self-sabotage.
Well, yeah, because I was like self-sabotaging. I was like, I don't really know her. Everyone was like, you should have the baby, but like, you don't really know her. So I was always like, this is a red flag, that's a red flag. But then as time went on, I'm like, yeah, she was scared and I was scared. We had a baby. We didn't even know each other. Like, that's not going to be an easy relationship.
Sure.
And I feel like
Even
I
if you were
jumped
together
too
for
quick.
7 years, having
Yeah.
a baby's gonna be a
Yeah,
strain.
no, but she has expressed interest, you know.
In another child.
Well, because we've both been like, why? Why? We fucking got the kids. I pay for your place. I pay for my place. Like, why don't we just be
You're
a
still
family
attracted
again?
to her.
Hell yeah, we're still attracted.
Well,
She's
I'm
probably a
there.
great mom.
She's an excellent mom.
How old's your baby?
My baby's going to be 5 in 2 months.
Great.
I'm
age.
there in May. Let me be the middleman. I'll be
Do it.
your Dr. Phil.
Absolutely.
I'm be the Dr. Phil.
I know, but Babesicles, I feel as though you don't have pure intentions. What's going on?
We'll see.
Well,
Here's your month.
look, you don't want to don't bring hungry eyes around your girl.
I know.
No,
Because
he gets girls.
Oh no, I know he does, but the problem is the big man. The big man. I don't know.
I know.
some girls kind of they get all weird around the big man.
No, I know. She
They
would
get a
love
little-
him.
they
I
get
think she
meek and
probably
weird.
already
They all
knows
love
him
him.
and loves him.
They all love him.
But that's okay. The only other issue I have with
Chris,
my
are you
kids,
wearing pajamas?
I'm wearing a little pajama pants.
That's all he wears.
The thing is though with
That's
my
terrible.
kid's mom is that she would like you. I think she would like you a lot, but I'm confident even with your professional fighting experience, I don't know, she's got that internal gear, that internal
I
Puerto
can't
Rican
compete
gear
with it.
that she'll
shank
stab you
you.
in the pancreas.
Yeah.
You'll bleed
Yeah.
your pancreas. And she doesn't know. I mean, she has an 8th grade education, but she'll find your pancreas and rip it out and eat it
Yeah.
and put sazon on it.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, your pancreas in empanada and she's eating it in front of you.
I know.
Yeah.
Dude,
What
I
it
get
is.
it. My girl's from Guadalajara, and it's a fucking nightmare.
Guadalajara.
she-
Wow, they have a good cartel there.
Yeah.
Though some say the best.
Some say the best, yeah.
Yeah. Not big on the human rights.
Yeah, but not everyone's. It's not every
Mexico?
They'll hang you from a bridge.
Well, I'm reading this book on Mexico. 5% of all murders get solved in Mexico. 5%.
5%.
If you want to murder somebody, you do it in Mexico.
What book is it?
It's this catching El Chapo.
Oh wow.
That's
Right.
fantastic.
5%.
5% of all murders get solved.
That seems high.
Well, that's what I thought.
That seems
Yeah.
high.
I was like, I feel like it's 1 to 2.
Think about how
Because they don't care. Because they're like, and it's so corrupt. They're not looking into it.
You ever drink a jarrito? It's fucking nice
What
little
is it?
beverage. I don't know. It's just a I thought it's Mexican. It's some nice little drink that I like to drink. Just a nice little jarrito.
A jarrito?
Yeah, jarrito. Put on a baseball game. Watch those fucking guys run around. The bases.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Oh, the little
Yeah.
Jarrito.
Jarrito.
Oh, jarritos. Okay, jarritos.
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 the fruit punch. They get the
Sí.
guana.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so I love all groups, man. Truly, I do.
Well,
I don't know, dude.
No, because what I was going to say is like being born and raised in New York City, it's like you can't really be racist or hate any group because whoever you think you hate, you're going to see them on the train in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's really tough to be like a true racist.
Correct.
In New York. It's really, I joke
You
around.
have to really be
But
committed.
like,
You have to be committed.
Like literally like Howard Beach, which is like old school, like mafia shit. Like even those guys, you know, would be like, listen, you know, nobody's fucking saying any slurs over here, but they'll rob you and kill your grandmother, but they won't, you know what I mean?
Racism is,
It's not a thing. I feel like when it gets more isolated in certain parts of our country, it's like, you know, Don's from Atlanta. I mean, they're dropping a R on the N-word in some.
His dad owns the Punchline in Atlanta. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've never been to the Punchline in Atlanta.
I haven't
Well,
either.
do you want to come? It's
in a diner now.
I think you've outgrown it.
I'm
gonna be honest.
I'm in Atlanta next week.
Yeah, you're at the what are you at
Buckhead
the
Theater.
Buckhead Theater? It's a good room. It's a good room.
Nice.
It's really
Gonna
nice.
be good.
Dude, last night was fun at the store.
Hell yeah, it was
I asked
fun.
Chris to watch my set.
I watched the set.
The crowd was a little strange.
They were strange, and I was going to listen, but Santino then started talking to me, and we
Talked your
started
ear
making
off.
out and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I thought that it was a good. I thought that it was. Because Brendan and I were talking before, and I was like, you got respect from your peers, and the crowd loves you. So those two things are the hardest things, because as far as bombing goes, trying new material, I mean, you're just going to eat a fat one once. You didn't eat a fat one, but I'm just saying, you had to see the dick that I fucking ate 2 weeks ago at the Comedy Cellar. It's one of those things where I'm
There's
eating.
nothing funny.
I'm getting a full 0, a 0 bombing, because I was doing new jokes about. I did my Ancestry.com, and I was doing jokes about being German. And then that just went too far, as Germans do.
Yeah.
So there was bombing.
Were you goose stepping and Heil Hitlering?
I was blitzkrieging.
And how was that 15 minutes set?
It was a 15 minutes of a full 0.
all dick.
Yeah.
boy.
And
He
was
held
it-
his
but-
hand
but
up
were
the
your-
whole time.
That's a very tight room.
Yeah.
Were
Low
any of your
ceiling.
peers watching though? Because I want to do really good because I knew you and Santino were in the corner and Dalia. So
Well-
I'm like, oh, watch this.
Well, I guess you could consider this man a peer. I thought nobody was watching. It was literally one of those bombs where I was sweating. I could feel the sweat dripping down my spine. I was nauseous. I literally was nauseous coming off. I turned the corner to go up the stairs. Chris Rock sitting on the steps. I'm like, who's that? And then I was like, hi, Chris. Like, it was one of those. I was like, hi. And he was just like, just looked at me.
like,
And then just
fuck.
went on and annihilated.
Yeah.
But I mean, a full bomby. But I tried new stuff, and
I was telling Chris, no one posts that. It'd be so good, I think, for people to see that. Like, obviously, you don't know when you're going to eat all the dicks.
Yeah.
But if you could somehow capture that and post that, because we all post the best moments, right? Your
Yeah.
special or clips from your special or it sold out crowds. But if you could post you eating cock,
Well, because there's nothing funnier to a
It's so
comedian
funny.
than watching a good comedian really bomb.
Yeah.
Just watching a
Oh,
good.
the hardest I ever made my friends laugh. I went to the Friars Club here in LA, and I looked at them, and I was young. It was probably, this was when I was 34 years old. And I said, I go, I'm doing 45 minutes only on birds. Only on birds. And I did this thing about having a giant eagle and the things I would do to the eagle and all. Dude, I'm talking about you could hear like clink, clink. All you could hear was people eating and just shing, shing. Like you could hear the clink of their fucking as they were eating dinner.
Yeah.
But my friends who were comics in the back, like just dying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was eating. I was like, and then I was, and Steve Byrne there, he was laughing so hard because I just kept going.
Right.
I would
down.
double down. I go, I'm one of the top bird humorists in the country. I'm sorry,
Right.
avian satirists. And I would keep doing, dude, I just kept doing it. Byrne, I did that again. Me and Steve had to do a stand-up at Columbia College. Well, in front of, wait for it, a bunch of Asian graduate students in math.
why would they bring
you
you
go.
guys in for that?
Don't know, dude. It was back when I just first started doing the road, and it was a fucking college thing. God knows how much I was making. Nothing. And I got up, and again, I was like, well, these people aren't going to get anything. Steve ate dicks. I ate the biggest dick. And sometimes you're like, well, you guys are into math? Watch this. What's the deal with eagles?
You're into math?
Just a
Check this
zero.
out.
Right. Oh, God. I was doing all kinds of weird shit. You ever fucking wrangle a cow? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
Do you do colleges?
Yeah, I do colleges.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do them now a little bit, but a couple of years ago.
He's not allowed to anymore. Honestly, he's not.
Yeah.
He's
No,
not allowed
actually,
to.
Really?
No, dude, the podcast, my History Hyenas podcast, because we just go fucking wild for history and nature. they the colleges are starting to come around again because the kids listen to it, and it's like, you know, we're just talking about uncomfortable truths in history. But the best thing to do is when you're bombing, like in New York at the Comedy Cellar, and you're just eating a zero, like, you know, those old school guys, Bobby Kelly, Keith Robinson, Colin Quinn. You'll just like bomb, and then you're just like, so where are you from? And you'll hear Bobby go, shut up, you're bombing, shut up. And they'll just be like heckling you from the back, and you're just eating it even more. You're like, oh, everyone, Bobby Kelly. And they're like, shut up, you're eating it, shut up. Sit in the bomb. You'll hear Colin Quinn go, sit in the bomb. Sit in the bomb. That's what they'll say. And they just want you to sit there and just eat a fucking hot cock. And so that's funny.
Hey, by the way, New York,
Sit in the bomb.
New York,
Colin Quinn would yell, sit in the bomb. You're trying to get out of it. Sit in the bomb.
New York could give a fuck too. Our
God.
audience is New York. Get the fuck
Out of here. Oh, yeah.
Hey, make me laugh, you piece of shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
You're as good as your last joke. I
Yeah.
was a fan
Dude.
1 minute ago.
I made a big mistake once to have, like, I did comedy on the Seth Meyers show, and I thought that was a big deal in 2015, and I had like a viewing party for it at the Comedy Cellar, and all those guys showed up, and Jim Norton just annihilating me. Just about
He's
the
such a
jokes that I was
savage.
doing, and Colin Quinn being like, really? Bobby Kelly, like, really, dude? This is what we're fucking here for? A 5-minute Seth Meyers set? You know, just
By
like
the
an
way,
idiot.
how great is Bobby Kelly?
Number one, man.
Monster.
I mean, just the way that you get trashed. The thing is with the Comedy Cellar is when you sit at that back table, especially like the way that where it's cornered there, if you're sitting there and like SD the Booker's there and the old school guys are there, and you're like, and they start making fun of you, you can't physically get out of it.
No.
So either you have comebacks, or because if they smell blood, like if Keith Robinson starts to really pick up, you're just going to get annihilated, and it's going to hurt bad.
Yeah.
Like you're just
Those guys scare me.
I mean, I've been
They scare me.
eviscerated.
Like Jim Norton, if
they
he
start
wants to
calling
go
you
bad.
baby ugly. Like you can't do anything.
No.
Like
You know?
Jim Norton's vile.
Oh
He
yeah, you
wants
just
to
start
be
to
there.
take a hot one. But
Savage.
But that's
It's so the old school New York shit.
I know.
People didn't remember Rogan when he was younger, but Rogan, when I first met Rogan, he was a fucking Boston comic.
oh yeah.
And dude, when he was like a killer. He used to destroy rooms. Like I'd be like, what the fuck? And I was kind of like always trying to act, but I would dabble around with stand up.
Right.
And that guy would be like, I'd be like, oh, that guy's funny. He goes, he's fucking what?
Yeah.
He's follow me one time, bitch. Like
Yeah.
he literally, it was like
Yeah.
a sport for him.
Hey,
Yeah.
is Jay Moore from Boston too?
Oh, Jay Moore's a monster too.
We saw him
Don't
last
forget,
night.
We saw him last night. I haven't seen him forever.
as good a comic in many ways
There is.
as I've ever seen.
Back in the day, you're talking about straight
Jay
savage.
Moore in a lot of ways is so talented.
He was so
His
talented.
acting, his fucking stand up.
He was good at
Jerry
everything, right?
Maguire, he was great in Jerry Maguire.
He's a beast. He
I used to
he can
open
do
for
it
him
all.
on the road.
Oh, you did?
When
For
I
Jay
first
Moore?
started, I used to open for Jay Moore and Artie Lange. Those are the two guys.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
because how
How long ago was this?
This was in 2011.
Two of the funniest, Artie and Jay Moore, both of whom I know very well,
Well, and
are
Yeah,
monsters.
the way I started opening for Artie was I was at Caroline's. Caroline's in 2011, Louis Ferranda used to just book me to like open for everyone. So I was opening for Richard Lewis. And Richard Lewis, he's notorious for this. He will not sit in the green room in between shows. He just will not sit in the
Where's
green
he
room.
go? Outside?
Goes
Smoke?
back to his hotel. That's what he does. He doesn't like the
Between
way,
shows?
and he just shows up for
Oh, wow.
game time. That's what he does.
He
Whatever.
doesn't want to talk or smoke.
Doesn't want to do anything. He has sold out 400 seats
I get it.
every night, sold out. I literally have 10 minutes of material at most. 12 minutes stretching the fuck out of my set.
no.
I've been doing comedy for 18 months, but they're having me MC weekend shows because
Nightmare.
Lewis is like, see something, whatever. So I've been doing it, it's fine. Thursday night show's fine. It was the same thing. They give me the light at 9 minutes. That means Richard's there. Bring up Richard, do your last joke. Richard Lewis. Fine. Friday night, Saturday night show's great. Saturday, 8 o'clock, fine. Everything good. Now, this is my 5th show. Saturday, 10 o'clock goes, and I fucking like clockwork. 9 minutes, I know I'm going to do my bullshit, whatever, newbie
Closer,
bit,
yep.
closer, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Bring up Richard Lewis. 9 minutes, I get there, no light. So I'm like, what's going on? And then a couple of minutes go by, I'm stretching it out, whatever. I see Lewis in the back going like this with his hand being like, keep going, keep going.
What?
Dude, I had 10 minutes, 12 if I fucking stretched it. 58 minutes. In front of 400
What?
people. Let me tell you, Richard Lewis in the car service back to his hotel, had gotten into a car accident, had hit a drunk driver. He was fine, had hit Richard Lewis. The police wouldn't let him leave until everything was assessed. So he had nowhere he couldn't leave. 58 minutes, dude. I asked every single person in the crowd where they were from. The only thing that I know every state capital. I was having people yell at a state, I would yell the capital. I was just, that's what I did for 400 people. But there's only 50 states, ran out of that. Then I had a guy come up and try 2 minutes of stand-up. He fucking blew me out of the water. Just came and started annihilating. So I got him off. Then I was asking people what they had for lunch. I mean, literally, I was like, you don't understand.
Dude, that's an eternity.
I had 12 minutes. I did 58 fucking minutes.
That's the worst. It's like being in school with your clothes on.
Dude, I swear to God, I bring up Richard Lewis. I'm like, finally I see light. I'm like, thank God I see him. He doesn't say anything. He goes, guys, give it up for David, my opener. Thought my name was David the whole time. I did 58 minutes, took a huge shit. Literally, I mean, people.
Did you get paid extra or no?
Not a fucking cent extra. Not a cent. I still have to pay 50. I still have to pay for my fucking cheeseburger half off.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And you got any road stories with Jay Moore and Artie?
Well, that's why I brought that Richard Lewis thing up, because Artie Lange saw that. Artie Lange was one of the guys in the back, and I come on, because Artie's a comic. I come off, and Artie's like, dude, he goes, I knew exactly what was happening. He said, I was telling Lewis, I'll go up there. I'll save this kid.
That'd been great.
And Lewis was like, no, he's got to learn. He's got to learn. And I'm like, but 58 minutes? I had 12 fucking minutes. So I was like, let me learn for another 10 minutes.
Right.
Learn what?
Like, you literally, I was almost going to fucking kill myself on stage.
It's a slaughter.
I was going to fucking start slitting my wrist with the butter knife.
Just to entertain
You
the
just
fans.
you don't have the material. That's
I couldn't do anything. So Artie Lange sees that. And then the way it worked out was Artie's like, listen, man, I'm going to bring you on the road. And he drove me all the way back home to my house in
He's the
Brooklyn.
nicest human being in the world.
Oh, God,
really?
great. Artie Lange was great.
He's the best person in the world.
And this is Artie was, he was sober then. And he was saying, and he's sober now, by the way. I'm happy to see Artie's like sober. And Artie, but at that point he was sober. And he was like, listen, man, I just want a guy, like you, young guy, seems hungry, nice guy, good family. He's like, I just want you to like, you be with me in between shows. Like we get out of the green room, we walk around, we just stay away from the booze, stay away from the girls. Like, you don't have any habits. And I said, I don't. And he was like, yeah, so you come with me. And then we would go on the road. And this is already, 2011. It's just like late 2011. He, his Howard Stern fans were fucking vicious too. Like I remember, dude.
Vicious meaning?
Like they just want Artie, and they're
They love
Stern.
Artie.
I performed. That's what I used to open. I opened for him a couple of times.
Yeah.
And they were all Howard Stern fans at the height of his powers.
Yeah.
They were so fucking drunk and rowdy. It was out of control.
Dude,
out of
literally,
control.
Count Basie Theater, whatever that holds, 1,500, fucking sold out. I'm being serious. Literally, this was maybe the second show I opened for Artie. Artie was like, hey, it's Count Basie, it's Jersey, like there are animals out there, do 5 minutes, bring me up, it'll be fine. I'm not lying to you, dude. I had on this purple button down shirt. Oh. I don't know why. I had a button down shirt. I come out, they're like, please welcome stage Chris Distefano. Half the people clap, whatever. From the fucking last row in the upper deck, as soon as I take the mic out of the stand, perfect. Somebody goes, nice shirt, faggot.
Yep. Same thing with me.
Explodes in laughter. Artie has to come.
Save you.
Artie comes on the God mic from the back, goes, give the kid a chance. Give him a chance. He goes, the shirt sucks. I'll give it to him. Give it up to my boy, Chris Distefano. They let me do like 3 jokes. And then a woman from the front was like, honey, like I could hear her. Nobody heard it. She was like, honey, bring up Artie. Bring up Artie. That's what she said.
That's an angel.
She goes, honey,
That was an angel.
And she was so nice about it. I brought up Artie.
Same thing. I get on stage. A guy who's a big fucking guy who's drunk, literally at the Funny Bone in St. Louis goes, he gets up and he goes, those are gay fucking boots. Just scream like that.
Yeah.
And that's how it started, man.
Yeah.
They fucking come at you.
And by the way, I don't condone the F word. I just wanted to.
They did that to Modi.
Posterity, I just wanted to say that's what that guy said.
They did that to Modi, Philadelphia Forum. Modi comes out to open, and the guy goes, "Who are you, Ryan?" and Modi was like, "What?" He did.
Modi's like, "I'm in the closet. I'm a closeted gay man."
Modi's
Or
gay.
he's out of the closet. Yeah.
Well, he's gay, but he was like, "Fuck off."
Did you do more? How long did you tour with Artie?
I toured with Artie for the whole summer of 2011, 2012, and then Artie told me, he was like, hey man, I think, not that I was a headliner yet, he's like, you've opened for me, like I feel like I gave you the experience, like go try to work on featuring for other people, get in the improvs, get in the funny bones. Like Artie is one of those comics, that will never, ever, ever. He is so comfortable with who he is. He just wants to see the younger comedians do well, and he'll do anything he can to help you.
Such a good guy.
He's just like a great guy. That's why when he was having his substance struggles, anybody would try to help him because it was we don't want to lose Artie, man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he's just such a great guy. But now he's totally healthy and he's on stage just fucking destroying again. Selling tickets.
I've always said this. There are two people who I think are the funniest people I've ever been around on a personal, when you're just hanging out with them, genius level. Artie Lange and Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, I never met Zach, but-
those two are, to me, in all my years of doing comedy, as far as it'd be like being around raw athletes, those athletes where you just go Alden Smith or those guys where you're like, that's the best athlete I've ever seen or met, whoever.
Horrible example.
Well, whoever it would be.
Alden Smith is such a random.
He's a freak athlete, is what I'm saying. Physically. Yeah. But
Such a
But you told me, you said he's the best athlete I've ever met, right? I mean, he's 6'5", 260, and
No.
Alden Smith.
Yes.
Okay, whatever. The point is,
it's bad
the point is something like as far as just raw genius, an ability to be funny, and improvise and do shit where you just go, oh my, you're so fucking.
So
funny.
then, did you go from Artie to Jay Moore?
Jay Moore
Where'd
was
Jay
kind
Moore
of
come
around,
into it?
Jay Moore was kind of around that same time.
2011?
2011, 2012 is when Jay we would open. I would open. Jay was great, but with Jay, it's when you're in the green room with Jay, it's he's always putting you in wrestling moves. He's fucking teabagging you.
Yeah, he tried wrestling me last night.
Yeah,
I've seen him in 3
Tried to
years.
wrestle me too.
So I literally would sometimes I would come limping out onto stage because Jay tweaked my back, just putting me in some fucking move, and I was in pain. So I was like, hey man, he would ask me for do certain dates. I was like, I just don't want to get beat up today, so I'm gonna pass. And then he wound up falling out. But I hadn't seen Jay in years before I saw him.
He hasn't been doing. I feel like he hasn't been doing stand up.
I think he's been doing heroin.
No, he went through. I think he went through a divorce, which I think was tough on him.
was tough on him.
And then he's the head
kidding.
wrestling coach at Palisades High.
Yeah,
He's the head wrestling coach.
Palisades High.
Jay was a high school wrestler. Yeah. All right. Good.
It was great to see Jay again.
He's the head wrestling coach?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So he's just not that into acting and stuff like that anymore.
I don't know. You'd have to talk to him. He was come on the podcast. Talking last night. He got my number.
Come on. We'll have him come on.
Yeah, I love that I just said heroin and people yikes. I was kidding, but it seems like people know more than I do. I was you're getting close, kid. I was full joke. Sorry, Jay.
So then you went Artie Monster, Jay Moore Monster, and then what?
And then Artie Monster, Jay Moore Monster, and then what happened after that? Then I got on the shows Guy Code and Girl Code, which became popular shows amongst high school and college kids. MTV too.
Was Schultz also on there?
Schultz was on that. Schultz, Charlemagne, Lil Duval, myself, Nicole Byer, Jesse May Peluso,
Jesus Christ,
Carly Aquilino, a lot of Italians. And,
a lot of talent, man.
A lot of talent. Yeah. And then so we did that show, and that became really popular. And then I started, headlining on my own in about late 2014. And I just started, and then that literally, it's been crazy because from 2000, I was telling Donnie this the other day, from 2014 to 2019, out of all those years of headlining, 5 years of headlining, I made one bonus in Boston. But it was because it was around Christmas
bonus
time.
means selling out. So you got to hit a certain percentage until you get the bonus to make good money. Yeah,
I made one bonus. And then from 2019 to now, it's 90% of them are bonuses. So it's been, I feel like headline, and I've been grinding it for 10 years, which I know a lot of people have been grinding it way longer, but also a lot of people way shorter. So I just feel now's I have, by doing these podcasts and putting my stuff on the internet, I feel like I can give people all I want to do is give people a chance to hey, see my work. If you like it, stick around. There. That's it. Just give me a fair chance. So I feel like I get that because of these shows that I get to come on, your guys' show.
People are laughing different now in the room. When you guys get on stage, when the laugh turned to it was just something different. He's there.
He's got a sexy fucking voice
when
he just comes out.
Is.
Yeah, he's got a very relaxed voice.
It's relaxed, and when he comes, and the way sometimes Don will just whisper a little bit. I'll ask him to get close.
Hey, say smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
Oh, that's it.
There it is.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Say 100 thread count. Return it if you don't like it.
100 thread count. Wait, what?
Did you say
100
thread count.
100
Return
thread
if
count.
you don't like it.
Return if you don't like it. Is that what
not very
was that?
jazzy.
No.
Now you're thinking. You're overthinking.
I'm overthinking it.
You're
Yeah.
overthinking it.
Sorry. That was a bad
You
read.
had your chance.
I
All
did.
right. That's all right.
Oh, well.
This is what acting's about.
Yeah.
Another company I'm an absolute fan of and customer
Gotta
of.
start using it, dude.
For Hims.
You gotta start
dude,
using
my
it.
hair looks beautiful. 40% of men, and here's the thing about For Hims, it's not just for hair if you're losing your hair.
That dick game too, dude.
40% of men aged by the age of 40 struggle with not being able to get or maintain
Does
an
your dick
erection.
take a nap?
Sometimes it
mine
does. So that's what happens.
Sometimes you need to wake them up.
But then see people go to gas station and do all kinds of weird stuff. You got to go to science and medicine. They can help you. Forget the
We're talking
injections and all
prescription
that.
solutions backed by science, y'all.
Real
It's
licensed
easy.
doctors, FDA-approved pharmaceutical products to
Yes.
treat ED, erectile dysfunction.
Answer a few questions, your medical history, a doctor looks at it, and boom. When you get approved, it shows up at your door. It's super discreet, all right? So let's toast to the biggest year yet. And get your wee-wee ready and your hair ready. Try Hims today by starting out with a free online visit. Go to forhims.com/FighterED. That's FORHIMS.com/FighterED. Forhims.com/FighterED. See website for full details and safety information. This could cost hundreds if you went in person to a doctor's office or pharmacy, but don't do that. Remember, that's forhims.com/FighterED.
The best supplements on planet Earth. What Onnit supplements do you take every morning?
It's the only thing that hits this sweet mouth
Yep.
on it.
I take the creatine. I take
take
the Shroom
creatine?
Tech. I do. That's why I'm so thick. I find it, you know what? It gives me energy. I swear to God. I think there's a difference. I really do. Every buddy I've heard, every expert says the one thing they all agree on is creatine's good.
Creatine helps, man.
Yeah.
Creatine helps. Get some Onnit creatine in that blood
Krill
system.
oil, take that.
My favorite's Earth Grown Nutrients. I like Earth Grown Nutrients. I like this total gut health right now, especially because I'm carnivore. So I got to break down all that red meat like a T-Rex. Krill oil, joint oil, they got it all, man. And if you're complaining maybe on the road all the time, maybe a comic, whatever the hell you're doing, you're just in your work. You can work out from your goddamn living room with Onnit 6 body weight workouts on demand training. Go to onnit.com/fighter for 10% off.
You're wearing your,
this just-
are you a shoe head too, one of these guys?
I'm not a shoe head. I'm not a shoe head.
Hey, Fox. Hey, Boomer. Sneakerhead.
Sneakerhead.
Sneakerhead. Sorry. Those are interesting. Those are the pink ones.
And he doesn't. And you
these
don't
are-
wear the same sneakers 2 days in a row, right?
He's
No,
got-
sir.
he's got
I don't.
300 pairs of sneakers.
Yeah.
300 pairs of sneakers. Right.
Strange Love Collab. These are hard
Right.
to get. Daddy. Yep.
Daddy likes them.
They're
But that's
very
why. But
nice.
that's why I think it's so interesting about your comedies, because you're a guy I was telling you in the text, like you're deadly, you can fucking kill someone, but then you won't wear the same shoes a day in a row. So it's like you're a deadly gay in the closet guy.
Yes.
Which is like I'm like that too, but not deadly.
We're a couple gay ninjas.
But you're right,
Yeah.
right. But you're actually a ninja.
He's the gay ninja.
He's a gay ninja.
Big
which
gay
I
ninja.
Yeah, which is great. I just think that's so relatable and cool. You know?
Did you notice when you were hanging out with me how many comics come up to me when we talk shoes?
I know.
Just for that 5 minutes you and I were hanging
all
out.
shoes.
It's
Let's
all
get
shoes.
some shoes.
All
You know what
shoes.
some guy said to me? He goes, so you when you're with Shab and you guys are wrestling, do you let him kind of just beat you up like that? And I went, what do you mean? And he goes, well, I mean you're letting him do that stuff. Obviously you could if you fought back a little bit. And I was
What?
like, no.
No.
If I were you, I'd tell that guy
fighter.
never buy a ticket to my
I was
show
like,
again.
no.
Yeah.
But think how stupid that human is.
Do you know how
that goes
stupid-
through life.
I don't think they understand.
Dude, do you
No,
know
they do. That guy's literally a moron.
Bro, people
He's
just don't.
moron.
People just don't know. I literally, because Tom Segura is doing podcasts in Spanish now.
Yes.
So my kid's mom's family, Puerto Rican, they speak Spanish. They start listening to the podcast. One of her tios, I don't know which one it was, Ramon, whatever, one of her uncles, one of the guys.
Nanos, as we call it.
Yeah. One of the Jaritos comes up to me, and he says, "We're at a family party, and he's got a live rooster. No, we're at a family party. no, we're at a family party, and he comes up to me, and he goes, you know this Tom Segura?" And I said, yeah. I said, I know him. I don't know him well. I said, but I know I'm a fan of his work. Whatever. We've communicated a little bit. Met him once, and he goes, yeah. I've listened to his podcast. It's pretty good. It's in Spanish. I go, yeah. He goes, what is he, like an up and comer open micer? And then I sent him a article that the new $7 million house he just bought. I said, yeah, there's your open micer.
Yeah,
what are
yeah.
you, fucking stupid, Ramon?
God damn it,
What are
Ramon.
you, dumb? How dumb are you? An open micer?
Open mic.
Yeah,
What is he Spanish? Was his first language Spanish?
Yeah, well, he does.
His mama is,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Okay.
Is it?
I think he's Spanish.
But not Mexican. It's Spanish. I don't know if it's Cuban. I forget what it is. Puerto Rican.
No, I don't think he's Puerto Rican.
I forget what it is.
But he's Spanish. But
he does a podcast in all Spanish, and now he's doing a special in all Spanish.
Smart.
He signed 2 with Netflix for 1 regular special, 1 Spanish special.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And he's a monster. He's only been podcast
Peruvian.
for 9 years.
Peruvian. Peru's got good country. They make good potatoes.
I want to do ayahuasca.
Yeah, Segura's a beast, man.
Real
Super
money.
beast.
Yeah, man.
Monster.
So I don't know. But
Peruvian.
what can you do? There's nothing you can really do, Brendan.
Nothing you can do,
dude,
man.
I like that you got on.
It's your month. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, you got like a nice paint on your shirt.
I
You're a
came from
fucking
painting.
Guy's guy.
He fell into a short
guy.
coma.
Why?
He overdosed on GHB and fell into a short coma.
Oh,
How do you? What's
Papas,
GHB again?
You're reading Wikipedia like it's real. Someone probably could have put that.
Maybe.
I doubt that happened with.
I don't do any drugs. I did edibles once.
Not for me.
Dude, I literally did. Okay, with the great Sherrod Smalls, another New York legend.
Also got a piece on him.
Oh my God, you fucking. And it's not circumcised.
Bring
which
him
is
up,
fucking
Jim.
He's
more
got
girthy.
Sherrod has apparently an impossible piece on him. He and Artie Fuqua.
But you haven't seen
Sherrod
it?
Small, yeah.
I know of his piece. Though.
Big piece, yeah.
Oh,
a good
dude,
man.
yeah, that's
Absolutely.
A given. That's
Yeah.
a given.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's
Hey, But hey,
so
yeah,
right.
but yeah.
Right.
Guys, what do you?
Right.
Brennan-
Yeah, look, you
Brennan.
can see it poking through. You think that that's Christian Finnegan, but that's Sherrod's dick.
Yeah,
It's just this nice white fat cock.
Yeah.
And then so I was with the great Opie from the Opie and Anthony show, and Sherrod had given Opie edibles in a chocolate bar, right? And I had never taken edibles before. I'm not a drug guy. I don't know. Opie just gives me the chocolate bar. I didn't know you're supposed to take half of the square
Oh,
of the
dude.
chocolate bar.
Of course.
Okay. So and I love sweets. I mean, I got high cholesterol. My cholesterol
too.
was 250 at the
Yeah, I
time.
have sweet teeth.
So I love sweets. So I literally, we're on the train going to the Islanders game, New York Islanders game, and Opie just gives me the chocolate bar and just starts looking at his phone. So I didn't know you're supposed to take half of square. I ate the entire chocolate bar. Just to the head, Sherrod Small's
that's some
weed,
thick kid shit,
chocolate,
dude.
potent
Oh, my God.
bar, okay? I forget that it even happened because Opie Opie was like not doing the weed. So Opie, he just gave me the chocolate bar, didn't even think about it. I just fucking crushed this thing, right? Having a good time. All of a sudden, we're at the Islanders game. First period, buzzer goes off. I thought somebody threw a spear from the top of the Jumbotron through the right side of my head, cutting off the left side of my body. I pop up out of the seat. I go, I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke. So I'm yelling that I'm having a stroke, right? I forgot that I was even on edibles. I'm convinced I'm having a fucking stroke.
Yeah.
So I go up the stairs and I'm just walking around. I'm like, I'm having a stroke, Opie. I'm having a stroke. He's like, you're not having a stroke. I'm like, dude, I'm having a fucking stroke. The left side of my arm doesn't work. And I'm like flinging my arm and it's not working. So then I'm like, I have to go.
So terrifying.
Dude, so I'm in a packed Islanders game, and this is New York City. I'm a big Islanders fan. Opie's a big Islanders fan, so people know who we are. Of course, they know Opie, and they're like, so they'll stop and see Opie, and they're like, oh, that guy's always on his show. So they're talking to me, and I'm trying to have these. Dude, the actual, just as luck would have it, the Islanders broadcast team interviewed Opie and brought me on the interview. Yeah, and I cursed on fucking SNY.
What'd you say?
I yelled "fuck the Rangers" because they were playing the Rangers. So they were like, boop, camera down, see ya, So I had gotten tickets. I had gotten tickets from the Islanders. The Ticket Connect was mine from the Islanders. So they found out that I yelled "fuck the Rangers," lose the tickets. I leave Barclays Center. I walk up to a police officer who's in full SWAT riot gear because, it's New York City. These guys have real jobs to do, this terrorist activity. I walk up to him. I said, officer, I'm going to be 100% honest with you right now. I've ingested drugs. And he goes, what do you mean? He goes, I said, I'm having a stroke.
What a pussy.
And he goes, okay, what kind of drugs did you ingest? I said, I can't tell you the type of marijuana strain that I've ingested, but I have consumed an illegal amount of drugs. I was trying to use all these professional words. Dude, he started laughing at me so hard. I thought he was going to shoot his gun in the air. So he goes, I swear to God, he goes, kid, get the fuck out of here. That's what he says to me, like in a movie. And I was like, so he goes, kid, get the fuck out of here. So I get in a cab. It's on 4th Avenue and 8th Street. I get in a cab. I'm like, take me to where I live, 4th Avenue and 93rd Street. So By the way, it was freezing. It was January, but I had my jacket on. I was so fucking hot. I asked this cab driver to open up all the windows. This guy opened up all the windows, and he was like shivering and freezing. And I was like, guy, I'm sorry. I'm having a fucking stroke right now. I'm on drugs. You got to keep these windows down. And he was like, I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I was like, if you could show me a valid U.S. passport, I'll put the windows up. Obviously, he couldn't. He's a cab driver. He said, they're staying down, fucking Vitru. So
Vitru.
I don't know.
That was his name. That's a bad pronunciation.
I don't know, dude. I was high.
All right. Fuck, man.
So literally, dude, it's 4th Avenue
wanna
and
make a
93rd
t-shirt.
Street. The cab driver stopped at a light at 4th Avenue and 63rd Street. I look at him like, I'm home. I open the door, and he's like, I thought I was on 93rd Street, but the 6 and the 9 were, reversed in my head. Bro, I'm fucking sweating. It's like 8 degrees out. I throw my jacket, like a $400 North Face jacket, in a public garbage can in New York City.
Jesus
Bang!
Christ.
Right in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. I start sprinting home. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I didn't live with my kid's mom at the time. I go to my kid's mom's house. It's 10 o'clock at night. I ring the bell.
Oh,
dude,
no.
I ring the bell. She goes, what are you doing here? I was like, I'm having a stroke. And she was like, Chris, you're not having a stroke. I said, I'm having a stroke. I've ingested drugs. So she goes, oh my God. She goes, all right, come in. So she goes, you have to take a shower. She knew she used to use drugs when she was a kid. She's like, you have to take a shower. She was like, you have to take a shower and drink milk. I know. She goes, take a shower and
What
drink
does
milk.
if you had ecstasy and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So I take a shower. I take
you
a
down.
I fucking start drinking this milk, and then I take a shower. I take a shower with my shoes and socks on. So that means I got completely butt naked, and I put my socks and my shoes back on, and I step in her shower.
I haven't heard this story. I
This-
haven't heard this
Like
story.
a black guy who does porn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
gotta get the grip.
Yeah, gotta get the grip.
Gotta
So
lay it
I'm
home.
literally taking a shower with my fucking shoes and socks on, and then it's like it's getting bad, and then out of nowhere, just bang, I start hysterical laughing. Just hysterical laughing, having the fucking best time, and then it was going back in waves. Hysterical laughing, terrified. Hysterical laughing, terrified. I slept on the floor in my, at that time, 2-year-old daughter's room. All true. I sleep on the floor with her. She's got a stuffed animal, Piggy. She fucking loves this animal, Piggy. At some point in the night, I take Piggy off her bed, sleeping on the floor. I wake up, Piggy's mouth on my taint. I said, yes.
way.
Literally, and I was sleeping butt
Poor
naked. I slept
Piggy.
butt naked on my 2-year-old daughter's bedroom floor. I'm sleeping butt naked. So think about what she has to wake up to.
Yeah.
2 years old, her father, who doesn't live in the house anymore, is naked with her favorite stuffed animal
Eating her dad's
in between
ass.
my balls and asshole. And then I woke up. My kid's mom woke me up, and she saw what was happening because she was the one who woke me up. She was like, Chris, get out. And then she sees the whole thing, and she's like, this is why we can't be together.
I was gonna say, when I asked you why you broke up,
Yeah.
Why we can't be
this is
together.
why you can't do it.
That's the worst, dude.
Dude, edibles, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
Artie,
What I
Lange,
did-
Artie Lange talked me off. I called him in the middle of the night because I ate a brownie. Same thing, exact same thing. I kept pacing the rug.
Too potent, man.
But, bro,
and they stay forever.
Yeah, I thought I was going to die, and the clock was moving so slowly. I was
Right.
like, "What is it?" It was a minute. An hour would
Right.
go by, and 1 minute would have gone by. And I called Artie. I called the Poison Control Center, and I go, "I think I took too much marijuana." And he said, "Where are you?" He said, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm 30." He said, "Where?" He goes, "Where are you?"
30.
And I go, "Oh!" And I hung up on a house phone back then.
Right.
And then I called Artie and I said, I feel like I'm going to die. He goes, you're not going to die. You feel jumpy. And he talked me down for 45 minutes.
Dude.
'Cause he's what seasoned drug addict do you call? You call your boy.
Call
I
Artie.
woke him up. Thank God for Artie because he kept me
When
calm.
it comes to weed, you call Joey Diaz, especially when it comes to edibles.
Fuck, I did. I got so high in Jamaica with my girlfriend. I got there and I tipped the guy.
thought you have a
Let me
wife.
get a joint. This is a long time ago.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
I'm separated.
These were the good days.
Oh, are you separated?
I'm divorced now. Yeah.
Are you seriously, really?
Yep.
Dude, what are you
Yeah.
doing tonight?
What do you mean?
You want to get some fucking edibles? See where the night
I
goes?
don't know, bro.
Dude, you didn't tell me you were fucking divorced.
Hey, whoa, what are you doing?
Whoa,
No,
come on,
all right.
Tortellini Tush. You didn't fucking tell me.
No.
Come on, Booby Bear.
No, you're not my
Guy, I'll fucking cancel Kimmel right now.
You're
As
not my-
friends, I'm saying.
You're not my type, man.
Why don't we go to Jamaica?
Why do you keep looking me up and down like that?
Because I didn't know you were
He
fucking
said,
on
I'll
the market
cancel
now,
Kimmel
guy.
right now.
Stop making this fucking weird, hun.
Don't call me hun. Now I was telling a story about Jamaica, man.
God, what the fuck do you want to do? You want to get a timeshare?
I don't think so.
Bro, I didn't know you were single.
How I'm confused.
Wow.
Your teeth are straight.
Dude, that's the only thing that's straight about me.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not. Fucking
Yeah.
congrats, man. You're divorced.
Listen,
What can you do?
You know,
Yeah, she gets half. What can you do? You know?
she's the best.
Does she get the podcast
She
money?
deserves more than half. She
does. I know. I love that I fucking fuck
I love
around
her,
and I
I
hit
love
on real touchy subjects. I'm sorry.
Touchy subject. We can edit this out, whatever you want. Pete Davidson.
Oh,
Is that touchy? Too touchy?
no, Pete Davidson's not touchy. No. It's
Because you remember when I was defending Pete. Whenever I have interaction with Pete Davidson,
Right.
he's always so nice to me.
Such a good guy.
And we exchanged numbers, we text back and forth. And then I was like, God, why do people give the guy so much shit just because he's fucking all these hot chicks and 'cause
Right.
he's talented and all
Right.
this stuff? And then a bunch of people DM me and was like, dude, ask your boy Chris why he gets so much hate. And then so I was like, why the fuck?
Dude.
So I text Chris randomly because I watched Pete's special. I go, dude, why the fucking people hate on this guy?
well, the thing is, it's crazy. I just got in trouble for this yesterday.
Careful.
Well, no.
In trouble for...
No, because no, Pete. The thing is, first of all, I haven't seen or spoken to Pete in years.
Give your history with Pete,
I'm
though,
being
so people understand.
Pete. No, seriously, Pete Davidson. Like to me, I consider him like a friend. Like I don't know. I'm not a part of Pete's life.
You guys
at all.
used to be, like,
we used
best
to be
friends,
real
though.
close. We used
Yeah.
to be real close. But I don't. To me,
That was how many years ago?
yeah, fucking whatever, 8 years ago. So
Yeah,
people
so
on
that
the
makes
internet
sense, yeah.
at the time,
Doesn't make sense.
that's the thing. It's all the way back in 2014. People are like, they
He was
knew,
19?
knew what happened. Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, no, it was just one of those things where it's like, again, I'm just telling the story because you asked, but I fucking love, whatever. I would be Pete's friend. I feel like I am Pete's friend. I just don't see the guy anymore.
You're just both busy. You don't have to get into the story.
No.
'Cause I'm not trying to shame Pete either.
No, we're not trying to shame Pete.
Yeah.
I just don't know him. But I think the reason why people were messaging you about that, or whatever, is because these fucking internet fans. Which thank you. Pete. When he was 19, I was like 27, and a girl that I was dating was like 23, and then me and the girl broke up, and then we're fully broken up, and then Pete and we were all friends, and then Pete, after we broke up, was like started dating that girl, and so, but I was Pete's friend, and then they had a good relationship, whatever.
I mean, especially if you guys were all friends. I don't
We were
have
all
a problem
friends,
with it.
but obviously,
Why are girls so
because I was
drawn
on a
to
show
Pete?
at that point called Guy Code. So all the Guy Code things like you broke Guy Code, Pete. You broke. But
Yeah.
but let
First
me
of all,
tell
he
you,
was 19.
That's
number
what
one,
I
he was
said.
19. Number two, it's not like anybody like cheated on anybody. It was like we broke up.
You were all friends
Me and the
anyways?
girl broke up, and then Pete dated her later, and then Pete apologized to me like 6 months after everything. Pete was like, "Hey, I shouldn't have done that. I was wrong." While he was still dating her.
All good. He's a
Apologized.
man.
All
He's a
good.
man.
But I think that's why if you're asking me that question,
That's why the fans would
That's
say,
why
"Ask
they
your
say
boy
because they
Chris."
don't know. They don't
have a reason.
They don't
I don't
have-
think anyone can come up with a reason.
He's a good guy. End of the day.
Well, as far as I know,
As
he's
far
always
as you
been
know.
great.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I think with Pete, but yeah, I wish I would see Pete. The thing is when these guys get on SNL, like Pete and Michael Che, they're so busy
get so
that
busy.
you don't see him anymore. You
It's hard
see
for
him,
them to do sets, right?
They can't.
Their
I mean, these
days
guys
are
are
so
writing
busy.
all day, every day.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise, they get written off the show or fired.
yeah. So I don't. When they drop into the comedy store, we all say hello and hang out. But for the most part, yeah, I don't see him.
He's
but,
very funny. I've never seen a
Yeah.
stand up or anything. But
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, fucking think about how hard it's got to be. Imagine being that young and getting pushed into the spotlight that quick.
And why did it happen for him that quick? Obviously, he's super talented, but who discovered him? Because he was how old when he's like
19,
17?
20 years old?
But
I don't know, I
17
guess-
when he started doing stand up, right?
Oh yeah. No, when Pete,
was young,
Yeah, we
man.
started at 16. Maybe
What perspective do you have at 16?
he was good. He had a lot. I mean, his dad died in 9/11, so he went through some shit.
That's true.
So he was like one of those like he went through some pain already. So I think that's what it is with Pete. Yeah, he was just good at a young age, but I guess at times
suffers from depression and stuff.
to be honest with you, anything that the public knows about Pete, that's what I know about Pete. Because I just don't, again, like you just lose touch with people. I just don't,
sure.
I don't see or
Especially
talk
that
to
long.
I don't think.
see or
The
talk
thing
to him
about
anymore.
I think Pete probably is harder on himself than anybody else needs to be.
Sure.
That's what I gather. If I don't know anything about him, but he seems like a good guy, funny, talented.
He's telling me,
dude
he got off social media.
Who goes
He doesn't
through
read
some shit.
He got off
You want to
social
talk
media.
about a big fucking dick? Bat.
He
Big
started
dick energy.
He started Big Dick Energy.
Yeah.
He's got a piece on.
Kid's got a piece. I think he might be 10 no warts.
That's
that
what-
right?
10 clean shaft.
And they're saying it's
Circumcised
thick, too.
and circumcised because he's a white kid from Staten Island. So those kids, I don't think you can leave the hospital unless you without the foreskin. You come out with the foreskin,
no
good.
It's Catholic.
It's Catholic, yeah.
Same thing with me.
Yeah, apparently he has just that big dick energy. Just
I'd love to
big
see
as
it, dude.
dick.
I'd fucking
You've never
twirl
seen it?
I'd give it a twirl. No, he wouldn't pull it. He was that's one of the honestly thing that I do get upset about most with Pete is because he was 16, 17 years old when we stopped really being friends. So like, he was a minor, but I wish he was 18 because I would have demanded to see his penis.
Yeah,
fair.
of course.
You know, I would have been like, hey, you got to fight me to get out of this doorway unless you put your dick in
Now
my
Big
palm.
Dick Energy's
in
gone.
the
It's Big Dick Spirit. It's Big Dick Spirit.
Yeah. Tall
dick.
kid. How tall is he?
He's a tall drink of water.
Tall lanky thing.
6'3", 6'4". See, and guys like that, like thinner guys like that, you get fucking hit with an elbow like that, you're gonna get knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
They'll split open an eye.
Sure.
You know, I don't like to fight a skinny mini like
Raw
that.
bone. I call him raw
It's
bone.
weird it says 6'1".
I call him a
definitely
raw-
not
Taller than that.
6'1".
Oh no, PDD
Yeah.
is way taller than
Definitely not 6'1".
Raw bone.
Yeah.
He's what is
Nice
his
lineup
nationality?
too. Ariana Grande, Kate Beckinsale, real nice lineup.
He does well. What does
Does
he look
very-
like? Well, I mean, what's his nationality? He's got.
I don't know. Actually,
He looks almost like.
he's ambiguous.
Yeah.
PDD, the good old PDD. Yeah, I miss him. Hopefully, hope he's doing well.
American.
Sounds like he's doing well.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Netflix special SNL. I hope he's doing well. I'm fucking taking Spirit Airlines to Vegas in an hour.
No.
Jewish? He's Jewish.
Is he Jewish?
Irish. Jewish and Irish.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, his father was Jewish.
Yeah.
Mother was Irish.
Jewish
All right,
firefighter.
raised Catholic.
Yeah. I wonder what that means. 9/11. What? I guess Jews go to heaven, right?
There's no heaven in the Old Testament.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Oh, that's right. When you die,
There's
when
no heaven
you're
in the
of
Old
the
Testament.
earth.
Yeah, you just have Moses and Abraham. They all lived in the Bible 250 years and shit. Had tons of kids.
Right. Yeah, I'm a Catholic, but I'm kind of like more reformed. Now I got Catholic tattoos on my body, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm Catholic. My mother's very, very, very Catholic. She's a Catholic fucking.
You grew
woman.
up going to church.
Oh, going to church
Yeah.
big time. And my
It's
mother,
like my friend's dad. I think it was Tom Shalhoub. Does Tom Shalhoub still hang around?
Tom Shalhoub's around.
Shalhoub told me. He said to his dad. He goes, It tells his mom. He goes, I'm not going to church. And his father sat down and said, when I was your age, I had a moment where I decided I wasn't going to go to church. My father sat me down and said, "You're going to church." He looked
Yeah.
at Tom and he goes, "You're going to church."
Yeah.
And that was the fucking way it was.
Yeah,
When I went to camp in Wolfboro, New Hampshire, as
Yeah.
a kid who never grew up in the United States. It was all Irish Italian
Irish
kids.
Italian
from
kids.
here. We went to church, and when I didn't go to church, my buddy Tom just looked at me and went like this, shook his head like,
Disappointed.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Jesus.
Dude, I was an altar boy. Like I was like a Catholic fucking warrior,
Jesus
altar
Christ.
boy. And then 12 years old, I got clipped by Father Bill.
Okay,
And then-
man. I don't know. Wait a minute. What the fuck?
Clip.
No, you
serious,
can't
man.
just
Clipped
jerk a
by
thumb my
Father
way.
Bill.
All right, let
Jerk
me
a
tell you the
thumb my
story.
way, and you and I got clipped by Father Bill. I don't know why you motioned toward me. Second of all, don't say clip. Be more respectful
No, I
to your
got-
12-year-old self.
So a couple
current
things happened
events,
when I was
Jim.
12.
Oh.
When I was 12.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Talking
Just,
about getting clipped.
just real quick. Yeah. A couple of things happened in the summer of what was that?
Summer of Love.
96.
Brian was molested too.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
So I think I might have said this on the last podcast, but the McKenzie brothers held me down and the older one skull fucked me when I was taking a shit. Did I tell you guys that story?
No.
Okay. So
The McKenzie brothers. Fucking McKenzie brothers every single time.
Yeah.
They skull fucked you?
So the McKenzie boys, what happened was I was sitting down taking a shit. I was the runt to the group. I was 12 years old. These kids were 16, 17,
Big
in their
difference.
early 20s.
Big
yeah.
problem.
So I would hang out with the young kids and they would have me do, like.
They were in
kinda-
their 40s with mustaches.
Yeah, they would like rouse me, like kind of like because I was young, they would like make me do all these things. Like I remember one time they asked me, they were like, "Yo, dude, like we'll order Chinese food." They were like, "Get butt naked." They said, "And put on this Miami Dolphins helmet and your mother's high heels." And I was like, "That'll
Okay,
be
that's
funny."
a weird-
I swear to God, no, this is true.
hilarious.
I swear to God. So we opened the door. So they said, and then answer the Chinese food guy. They said, "Yo, it'll be funny. Answer the Chinese." Answer for the Chinese food like that with the Miami Dolphins helmet on, butt naked, your mother's high heels, and I was like, absolutely, dude, I want you guys to like me. So
A true comic in the making. A true comic in the making.
So literally, we all go down. We're like dying laughing. I'm like, this is gonna be great. Open the door. See, obviously the Chinese guys fucking surprised. Then they push me out the door and lock the door. So now I'm butt naked on the actual public Brooklyn street with the Chinese delivery guy.
Yep.
Butt naked with my mom's high heels, which now have flown off. My shoes fell off like the Jerky Boys with my fucking Miami Dolphins hat on, and then they made me stay out there for about 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Not funny.
And it was like a brisk March day. So so that happened. So I was like, but these guys love me. And then I was sitting on the toilet one day taking a shit, and one of them jumped on my lap, and then the other one got up and just fucking gave me a nice skull fuck pump. 2 pumps, and my head hit back. It knocked off a tile.
In your mouth?
I swear to God, knocked off a tile. My mother's one of her ceramic tiles in the bathroom. Fucking knocked it back off. Like I literally, a tile fell down.
By the way,
your friends were gay.
Yeah, but by the way, you know that story is 100% true because that's so fucking specific.
Oh, yeah.
My head hit the tile and it broke.
Because I was just taking a shit.
He shoved a dick in your mouth?
Literally hard dick. Opened up my mouth and popped one. And I was like, no, dude, I'm fucking. And
It's a pedophile.
Your friends were gay.
Well, they were a
friends were
couple
gay
of
as shit.
pedos.
Yeah, but
Mackenzie
literally-
Brothers, a couple of pedos working in tandem.
And then, I've told that story once, and somebody was like, "Oh my god, like that's like you should report that to police, like that you were like sodomized." And I was like, "Yeah, but as the Mackenzie brothers' dick was coming out, I took a lick on the tip like a Tootsie Pop."
Okay.
So it's not like
Oh, so
it
you were
wasn't-
participatory.
Yeah, I think I was being raped until I saw that pee hole, and then I just took a little lip. I took a little lippy dippy.
Yeah.
And I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
but here's the thing. They had to have planned that. They said,
100%.
I'll sit on his
Your
lap.
friend's
Let me
gay.
get my dick hard. I'm going to put it in his mouth. They should be in jail,
Pedophiles,
probably,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, but I don't fucking care because the thing is this: here's what happened because it internally motivated me because they were always making fun of me, always picking me last, bouncing the ball off my head.
Fucking your
they
ass
would
off.
fucking steal my mother's credit card and order, mattresses to her house, like do crazy shit like that. They killed my dog. Yeah, I swear.
Terrible
I'm being
a lot of
serious.
stuff they did.
No, I'm being serious.
They
These are-
slaughtered your family.
They're still my
Yeah.
friend. They're still my friends to this day. I swear, I'm not even being silly. Like,
Dog killer, pedophile.
like literally, they used to order mattresses to
you're,
her house.
you're good with them as long as you're not a dog or a child.
Right. They used to take shits in my sink religiously,
right.
shits in my hamper and whatever.
Christ.
But I was young. I was like the runt of the group. But it internally motivated me to like want to be like, better than them in school, better than them in sports. And then I got all these accolades, doctorate degree, All-American basketball
Hold
player.
on.
I swear to God.
Chris, I think a lot of the story might
Wow.
be, and with all due respect, fabricated because you didn't
I was
get a
on
doctorate.
board till that.
Yeah, I don't think you got a doctorate degree. I don't think you got your
I
mouth
swear to God, I have a
fucked.
doctorate.
All-American?
I have a doctorate
In
in
what?
All-American
In what, Chris?
division, doctorate in physical therapy, and I have a Division III All-American basketball player. You could Google that. I swear to God.
But Google this. 'cause I'm about
Google
to
Chris
freak out.
Distefano. Google Chris Distefano basketball All-American. Distefano.
All American.
Go.
I gotta get Brendan. You gotta get involved in this now.
Distefano, and then
Is it D3 All American?
D3 All-American. It was I was
D3 All-American?
All-American basketball.
All-American basketball. Yeah, let's see if it comes up, and then you can put boom. Chris Distefano, St. Joseph's College, Brooklyn, inductee to the Hall of Fame. Chris Distefano.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then
Go
I
to
was
images.
plus
Is there another Chris Distefano though?
No, go ahead. Click images. Let's see. And you want to see some fucking there? Yeah. See. Go all the way to the right. Number 44.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking there it is. American
That's him.
History X. Shaved skinhead, and then I have a doctorate degree in physical therapy, and that's all because I was skull fucked by the Mackenzie brothers.
got-
you
you
can
got-
verify
I thought
that.
you were- I thought
Do
you
Chris
were
Distefano,
bullshitting.
doctor of physical therapy. Do Chris Distefano, doctor of physical.
wow.
I received my doctorate in 2010 from the New York Institute of Technology on Long Island.
How long did
Where
it
I was-
take you?
Yeah, dude. That's 3.5
thing
years
is best to be
postgraduate.
doctored.
3.5. Dude, I could fucking fix your wrist right now, man. I swear to God. You give me a little bit extra.
Can I
some
tell you
Whitney
what's
Houston,
funny?
And I'll fucking fix your wrist right now.
I follow physical therapy Instagram posts, and I do the exercises, and I'm paying for free. Thank
Dude,
you so
listen.
much.
I mean, look, yeah, doctorate.
do.
There it is.
I do.
Yeah, there it is. Chris
Licensed physical
Stefano
therapist,
has
doctorate
earned a
degree.
doctorate degree in physical
What?
therapy in
Wow.
2010.
I thought you were just fucking around.
Pediatric physical therapist, babe. I'm telling you, man. So that's what I'm
All-American
telling-
basketball.
Anybody out there?
All-American
I
basketball.
encourage you to skull fuck.
A
Get
white,
fucked.
a white point guard, All-American basketball.
Yeah, it was, and then I just that my whole life before there it is, a doctor with a sense of humor, a Mohegan Sun.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but that's all because I took one off the uvula in '96.
Wow.
Yeah, my right tonsil got a fucking
And you know
eviscerated.
what uvula means?
I know what a
'Cause you've
uvula is.
studied the body.
I know what all that stuff is.
Now, was your plan to get was stand up plan B? Because you were going to get a college degree and do all this and get a
well,
doctorate.
no, I got it. I had the degree, and I was
That's
I
what
was
I'm
a
saying.
licensed.
So you were like, oh, if that doesn't work out, you can fall back on this.
I started simultaneously doing stand up the third year of my doctorate program, and then I got to a point where because I was on Guy Code and Girl Code, and those shows started to become very popular. The principal of the school is like, look, you can't be doing a show about hiding your boner, the guy code to hiding your boner, and then treating children with disabilities. So I left my physical therapy. I left the job and then started doing stand-up full time.
Oh, so was it for you? You were working with children?
I was a specialized pediatric physical therapist.
Jesus Christ, dude,
Because
I thought you were
because-
joking.
no, dude, that's fucking
Wow.
That's what it is, man.
Did you like that work? Not as much.
getting
as
skull fucked or
No. The physical therapy.
Oh, I loved being a physical therapist. It's very gratifying to help like mentally and physically handicapped kids. But that's why I like comedy too, because it's gratifying. I like helping people.
Yeah.
You know, so it's weird because I tell those stories and they're all are true. My friend,
We thought you were so full of shit.
people are like, dude, you literally need to go to therapy and all that. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I still love those guys. Like I would help those guys with whatever they needed.
Yeah, they fucked with you a lot.
Fucked with me a lot, but I feel like if
Big
that
brothers, like Big Brother shit.
if that didn't happen to me, because there was also a lot of good things they did. You know,
The skull fuck is.
I mean, the skull fuck the mattresses and killing one of my mother's dogs by giving it Clorox was
Wow.
You know, I guess these are all illegal things, but you have to understand, this is pre 9/11.
But what are they doing these days?
Pre 9/11
What
world.
are those bros?
One of them's dead, as expected. One of them died.
How'd he die?
One of them works.
Clorox. Clorox.
One of them works some bullshit job in a bodega.
There you go.
And the other one's like divorced and just a piece of shit and wants to, always ask me if he can manage my career.
There you go.
So in many ways, I feel like I've won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jokes on you,
And that's
skull
why,
fuckers.
big triceps pushing down the gay. That's all from them. So yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Wow, man.
I mean, listen, I'm 35 years old right now. I mean, I'd be shocked if I don't kill myself before 40. But,
I don't think you're going to.
yeah, you never know.
You're a sneaky accomplisher.
I am a sneaky little
Yeah,
fuck.
he leaves it.
He's a sneaky,
He
sneaky
thought he was
ambitious.
bullshitting.
I'm a sneaky.
Bro, that's being that good at basketball. Could you have played D1 basketball?
So Jim Boeheim, the coach of Syracuse. I was at the Eastern Invitational where they invite the top 200 players at each position. So when I got invited for point guard and shooting guard when I was my last year of high school, and he told me, you know what? He was like, you have a Division I jump shot and a Division III body. So he said, unfortunately, that's your truth. You got a D1 jump shot, but it isn't a Division III body. Just like
Me, you're just too short.
yeah, just like a prominent casting director told me once. He said, I don't think you're ever going to really work in Hollywood because you have leading man face, best friend body. So it's just,
So you didn't have the, how tall?
I'm 6'1". So I think the reason where my jump shot came from, this is another true thing,
John Stockton?
my father, well, John Stockton is great, but my father, who was, in and out of jail. Did I ever tell you guys about my father on the show?
No.
Okay. So my father, he is great dad, and he really wanted me to play basketball. So he would take me down to Farmers Oval Park in Ridgewood, Queens, every day during the summer, or as much as he could when he wasn't in prison, and we would take 1,000 jump shots a day. And we would take 1,000 jump shots a day, so it would take, and he would grab my rebounds and just bang, jump shots. And then the last 100, number one, they had to be all swishes. So even if it went in and wasn't a swish, it didn't count. 100 swishes, I had to hit all 100. And then he would have a broomstick that was like 7 feet tall because he wanted to mimic a 7-footer.
Yeah.
And then on the broomstick, for no reason, he had written the word Leroy on it. So he had a broomstick named Leroy, and I was like, Dad, why is it Leroy? He was like, because black guys' names are Leroy. I'm like, it's not 1971, and there's many other types of basketball players other than black guys. So Leroy the broomstick.
It's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
I would shoot jump shots, high arcing jump shots over that. And then so when I came out this Eastern Invitational, I could just, I just hit shots. Division III, there was JJ Redick was the best shooter. There was my friend had a clip of it. ESPN, it was on ESPN. They had the number 1, 2, and Division I leader, Division II leader, Division III leader in 3-point field goal percentage. And JJ Redick was number 1.
For Duke.
3-point field goal percentage. It was like, 48% or something like that, or 50%. And then some other kid was D2. And then I was on the list because I was leading D3 at that moment. I didn't lead for the country. But I was shooting 70% from threes
Jesus
in my
Christ.
senior year because I was just literally, I was like, you're not going to fucking skull fuck me. I'm going to hit these threes.
Jesus.
So it was literally
In your face, Leroy.
basketball was such a big part of my life that my friends who come and watch me do comedy, they're like, I can't believe you don't talk about basketball. Like that's what anybody ever knew me in my neighborhood from.
So strange.
Because you have to fit in, and where I was, it was like a black and Latino neighborhood. So it's like if you're going to be the white kid, you need to
be good.
you need to be able to play
Sports.
ball. So yeah, so that's what I did, and then yeah, and now what are you going to do?
Wait, yeah, I wanted to ask you a question about that. So you were hidden from 3. What was your dad? Why was he in jail all the time?
He was in jail because I think he was like organized. he wasn't in the mafia, but it was like organized crime related stuff where I think racketeering, collecting, money laundering.
Mafia
guy. He was like those guys like they always sitting outside on the chairs in the movies. Like he's not in the cafe, but he's sitting down and be like, whoa, what are you here for?
He was connected.
So he would get scooped up and go to prison, every other year. And then my mother graduated from Columbia. My mother is a Ivy League graduate woman. So they met at a walkathon.
Your dad was a good-looking guy?
No, he wasn't. My dad's disgusting. His nickname is Tony Balls. My dad's on dialysis. I swear to God, my dad's
his nickname was Tony Balls.
No, I swear to God, he would write Tony, like if we would like sign in at like the Olive Garden or something like that, it'd be Tony Balls, and it'd be Ballz, and he would always write that. And then they met at a walkathon. And my mom was walking in the walkathon as a participant. There was like some cancer research thing. And my father was doing community service on the side of the walkathon. So my father that's where they met. And then it's interesting because my mom, they had me very early. They had me on like the second date. And my mother was a very religious woman. And then her whole life was like, my mom's whole life was like, you will not act like your father. You will not, you're going to pronounce your R's. You're not going to go to jail. You're not going to get in trouble. You're going to go to school. You're not going to make the same mistakes. You're going to you marry a woman and then have a family. You're not going to make these mistakes. And I never made any mistakes. All I did was pursue my education, pursue my athletics, then pursue my dream. And my mother, check. And then my mother was so happy. And then 30 years old, go to fucking this bar in Brooklyn, Coney Island, Brooklyn, called Place to Beach. I see my kid's mom dancing around. Second date, pregnant. I did exactly what my mother and my dad did.
So strange, man.
Dude, that literally, those things, it's ingrained. Dude, my daughter, it gave me like the chills. So like 2 months ago, my daughter's preschool teacher, who has been teaching preschool for like 30 years, she goes, listen, I know all the jokes with the kids. I know the farts, the flicking the boogers. I know they're being silly. She goes, your daughter did something that I've never seen before. She said, we were all getting ready for dismissal. She said, and she comes out and she has on like 5 of the classmates' coats. She has on everybody's coats. And we're laughing because she's trying to hug and she's bouncing off them like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Wow.
And she's like, we're laughing hysterical. The teacher was like, I've never seen that. It was a good bit. She was like, your dad's a comedian. So I was like, that's funny. She was like, so I think you should put your daughter in comedy. She's just got an original mind. It was great with the coats and blah, blah, blah. So a couple of days go by. I'm telling my mother, me, my mom, and my daughter are hanging out. And I'm like, Mom, Delilah did something. She put on everybody's jackets and like the bit, whatever. And my mother goes, I'll be right back. Comes out, takes a picture. She had forgotten. 4 years old. Me, when I was 4 years old, her exact age, all the jackets on.
Weird.
And it like gave me the chills because I've never talked about that bit. My mother forgot I even did that. It was 30 years ago. My daughter, it was in her head already.
So when I was younger, I used to have a recurring nightmare about my mother. I was on a flying trapeze.
Right.
And I was trying to get away from my mother, and my mother was a witch.
Okay.
And my mother was chasing me on the trapeze. And I would be swearing at her, and it would make her more and more angry. But I couldn't stop swearing at her.
Right.
And then I would fall, and she would jump and catch me in midair, grab her nails, and start tickling me with her fucking nails in my ribs. It was a horrible nightmare.
Holy shit, dude.
So I would wake up, and I had that recurring nightmare. When I told my mother that, my mother went white. She used to have the exact same.
Holy shit.
The exact same nightmare.
Dude, well, 2 things. Number 1, I'll tickle you anytime you want now that you're divorced.
That wasn't the point.
Number 2, I also have a nightmare as well, and it's being raped by a priest. Okay, so,
all right, well, listen, this doesn't sound...
Brendan doesn't care. I mean, he's on his phone, man.
Hey, whoa.
Sorry.
Dude, I'll fucking lick everybody's
that's
ankles.
That's fucking amazing, though.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, well, what can you do, And yeah, now I'm here and I'm proud,
Well, yeah, I have a full-size basketball court, so if you want to come over and get hooped up, come on over.
I'd love to play.
When's the last time you shot a ball?
I haven't shot a ball in quite some time, but
muscle memory.
I'm down. Yeah, whatever you want to do. You want to shoot a little jump shots? Whatever
fun.
You want to do. We should do teams. I just want to make sure Ari Shafir is the coach. I like what he has to say.
Let's go to current events. What do you got, Jen?
Where are we?
Okay, so you guys know about TikTok by now, yeah?
Hell yeah, I'm on it.
Okay.
You on it? I'm on it, baby. I feel like we're too old for it.
I don't know. I just went on it. Yeah. I just upload old videos, but
okay.
Yeah.
So there's a new challenge going around based off of a 2013 study that says that there are taste receptors on your testicles. And now people on TikTok are taking it upon themselves to dip their balls into soy sauce to see if they can taste them.
I just
But the
tasted
thing
Brendan's
is,
hand. I couldn't.
your balls may have taste receptors. It doesn't have taste buds. So you can't taste the soy sauce. It's just a bunch of kids
But
dipping
will
their
it
But your
Comes
balls are
through?
tasting the soy sauce.
Technically, you can't actually taste it, but technically your balls
Your
can.
balls are receiving the soy sauce.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, I
like
could have
that.
told you that you can't taste things through your balls, but all right.
Yeah,
Like-
I
Yeah,
literally.
I mean, I didn't
you guys
need
ever?
to- I don't need to drop them in soy sauce
Yeah.
to figure that out.
You ever ate your cum or anything like that?
Never.
That
You guys
that
never
I'm
have?
very squeamish about that.
Yeah.
It makes you, it makes
Well,
you
I
feel
heard
sick.
there's a thing called the snowball with the girl. You come in the girl's mouth and she puts it in your mouth.
Oh, that's the
Gotta be the wor- yeah,
snowball.
gotta be the worst thing. I can't. I'm very.
Hey, you're a doctor. Have you?
Ever tasted cum?
Yeah.
My own cum? I've tasted men's cum, but not.
Chris, you're gay.
From those
No,
brothers?
no.
Those
I'm not
brothers?
gay. No. There's protein in that. Now I've told you I'm
No,
plant based.
yeah.
Last year I was keto. What do you want me to eat? So it's
Man.
yeah,
Then the YMCA
exactly.
with a blindfold.
No, I have tasted
Glory
my own
hole.
cum. You know what's wild thing about cum is there's so when my kid's mom was pregnant, she was well, we were 9 months. She was past her due date, and doula went to a doula, and we had nice Jewish doctors we had. So the doula, they know everything. They don't even use the medicine. They're like, we know how to get. I could get this baby out. I could just push it out of your fucking belly button,
Yep.
like Ace Ventura. I could just pop it out. And so they know all the tricks. No medicine. So that's why we went to her, and she was great. This doula. So we're 2-3 days past the due date, and they're asking me all these questions, and then they say, the doula says, old Jewish woman. She goes, here's what you need to do. If you want to have this baby, here's what you need to do. She goes, there's properties in semen, in men's semen, when ingested, when swallowed, releases a chemical called relaxin. That's the name of the chemical. Relaxin, which will open up it'll cause your water to break, and it'll start to open up your pelvic muscles, and the baby will start to come. And so she was like, so you're telling me I need to give him a blowjob and swallow it. That's what you're saying. And then
I love this lady.
and then literally, no, it's a woman. And then
That's what I'm saying.
It's this girl. And then my kid's mom says to the doula, she's like, did you pay her to fucking say that? And I was like, no. I was like, I'm just as shocked as you are. And she's like, well, it's not going to happen. I'm 9 months pregnant. I don't want to do it. So I was like, yeah, I mean, fucking whatever you want to do, babe. I'm here. Then like whatever, a couple hours going by, I'm sitting there, and we're just like waiting. She's pacing back and forth. We're watching TV. And she goes, pull your dick out right now. She goes, just pull it out and put it in my mouth right now. And I was like, we don't have to, whatever. She goes, put it in my mouth. And then she fucking milked me with her mouth. She literally was like, are you going to fucking come? And I was like, and then literally that for some reason made me come, because she had like that.
Yeah.
Because the way she screamed, it was like raspy, and it
I'm
sounded a
into
little
it.
bit
I'm
like
into it.
Father Bill.
I'm into
So
it.
I sprayed it. It was just a thing. So I sprayed it into her mouth. And then literally 15 minutes, koosh, water broke, fucking baby came
Wow.
out. 8 hours later, she was like literally like crowning, pushing the baby out. My father walks into because it was just my mom and her mom and me.
Thanks to your cum.
My father fucking walks in to the delivery room as like literally my baby's head is coming out. He's like, we're gonna have a baby. And then I'm like, and then she's like, get out of here. And then my dad's like, he goes, we're gonna have a baby, I'll be outside. And he goes, yo, Chrissy, by the way, Yankees got fucking rocked last night. He goes, we gotta trade Sabathia. Literally, as like my baby's coming out.
We gotta trade
That's the
Sabathia.
first word she is. She goes,
Got
Yankees
rocked
got
last
fucking,
night.
Sabathia got fucking rocked last night. Yeah. And then my dad, this is what a compulsive gambler my dad is. He bet with my uncle $500 on my child's gender, because we didn't have a gender reveal. He bet $500 and he put 500 it was going to be a boy, and he lost, and he had to fucking pay my uncle.
Jesus Christ.
That's what it degenerate. But that's
so
why I love
funny.
my dad.
That's
He's like,
fucking
he's a
great. You
great
guys are
guy.
close? You guys
Fucking
close?
Yankees
Very
got
close. Me and
rocked
my-
last night.
me and
Your
my-
dad sounds great.
Me and my dad are very close, because he
Let's
always,
get him on the podcast.
he would love to come on the podcast. He always had like the right intentions, but like the wrong moves, like divorced from my mom, very early.
Jail.
Mafia.
But like very much like Chris, like, I'm going to show you how to do things. Like my mother started dating this guy. Dude, it was the worst. Imagine being 15 years old. Imagine thinking about we're 15-year-old kids. My mom started dating one of my best friend's fathers. Do you understand how brutal that is? You're 15.
Aaron Hernandez, though.
Yeah, you're fucking drinking beers in a garage. You're acting like kids, and then there'd be a lull in the conversation. Someone would be like, what do you think Gary's dad's doing? Somebody else like, I don't know, banging Chris's mom, and there's just like fighting.
Game
It's like
over.
I can't fucking. I'm getting
Come on,
fucked.
Mom.
My mom's fucking my dad's
No
friends.
wonder you're so successful.
Brutal, dude.
God
Yeah, so I'm
damn,
just like,
dude.
I'm gonna win. So anyway, this guy cheats on my mother and starts dating the woman who lives directly across the street.
Real playboy.
Yeah, real fucking disgusting pig of a guy. And that broke my mother's heart, right? I'm 15 years old. And I'll never forget, I was having this fucking bad psoriasis flare up. Sometimes I would just flare up.
Brian has
Probably because
I
of the
get
psychological trauma. Dude, I'm telling you, man, now that you're divorced, just explore it. You know?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Dude, just explore it, man.
I'd
You
love
got
to
fucking
rub my
Tesla, man.
fucking dry skin
You've
on
never
yours.
gotten roadhead like a guy who's been molested.
I don't feel comfortable. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm sitting there. I'm 15 years old. My mother's looking out the window at the across the street because the guy who she was just dating a week ago is cheating on her, dumped her for this woman who lives across the street. And my father was coming to pick me up to take me to baseball practice. And he goes, he sees my mother crying. And he's like, what the fuck what's going on with her? Because he still like loves my mom. And then I go and I'm like, oh, remember that guy she was dating, the fucking Gary's dad? Well, he dumped her and he's dating a woman who lives across the street. And he was like, you gonna do something about that? I was like, I'm 15 years old. I have psoriasis. Like, what the fuck? What can I possibly do? Like, I've just been traumatized my whole life. What am I gonna itch? And he goes, I'll be right back. This is a true story. I saw this with my own eyes. He goes, I'll be right back. So he goes downstairs and he goes, don't come outside. I'm going to get us bagels, but don't come outside. And I was like, okay, well, I'm coming outside. Cause so literally I fucking creep down the stairs. Like I have my mother's high heels on, like I'm just creeping down, just like, so I look out the window. I see my dad ring the bell of the thing across the street. And he must have been asked, he was, the guy, he goes, fucking, is John around? The woman who's cheating answers the door. It was her home. He comes out. Literally, as he gets to the door, I see my dad grab him in one move, and throw him down the stairs. And my dad's fat. He you would see him like, I'll fucking rock this guy, but he's just got that psychotic button.
Yeah.
Gets him, fucking throws him down the stairs, waddles down the stairs, and starts punching this guy in the face. I run outside. I hear my mother screaming, Tony, you're gonna kill him. My dad comes walking across the street with blood all over, kind of like on his shirt and on his hands and a little bit on his face.
Like John Wayne.
Splattered.
Dude, literally, he was walking across the street like Ray Liotta in Goodfellas. I felt like fucking Karen.
He didn't give a fuck.
Just sitting there, I was like, oh my God.
Like he's hiding the gun?
I'll hide the gun.
I love that scene.
Dude,
the best.
that's literally what it looked like to me.
Jesus
And then he
Christ.
goes, that was your job. That was your fucking job. And I'm like, what are you talking
I'm
about?
15.
I'm 15 years old. I have
Grown man.
psoriasis. I was raped by a priest. So I'm like, I can't emotionally do this. And then it was always the same thing. 3 hours later, we're driving over the Verrazano Bridge on Staten Island. And he's like, I shouldn't have done that, right? That was the wrong thing. I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, I know, mom knows, the police know. We all fucking know I should have done it. He's like, well, all I was trying to tell you was, and I should have just used words, not actions. He's like, all I was trying to tell you was, is instead of sitting in your room playing video games, itching your fucking rash, go comfort your mother when she's out there crying. I should have used my words, but instead I used my actions. That's what he kept saying.
Your dad is the fucking best.
Dude, yeah, he used to do fucking wild shit all the one time. I was at Doc Gooden's no-hitter. Doc Gooden's fucking no-hitter, May 1996. I'll never forget because it was Doc Gooden's no-hitter, and in just a few short months later, my life was going to change by the skull fuck and the priest ring.
Yeah.
Because that was also 96, but the summer. So I'm sitting at the game. We're in the upper deck, which I'm fine with those seats. But
Sure.
my dad's like, Dwight Gooden, it's 7th inning, no hits. My dad's like, this guy's pitching in no. I kept saying, Dwight's pitching in no. He kept saying, Dwight, guy's pitching fucking no. And then so he's like, we got to get better seats. And I was like, yeah, but it's fine. Oh, and by the way, that day of Dwight Gooden's no hitter was a Monday. I had a science project due the next day, and my mother had told my father specifically, leave after the 4th inning. He needs to be home. We have to wake him up at 7 a.m. He needs to finish this science project. The 4th inning, Tony, I'm serious. Now, keep in mind, it's 1996, no cell phones. My mother's like, yeah, and my dad's like, yeah, the 4th inning, I got it. Don't worry, babe. He called my mom babe. It's like, they've been divorced 30 years, but he still calls her babe. She's like, this is offensive. So so he's like, no problem, babe. I'll have him back, Toots. I'll see, we're going to cook dinner. She's like, we've been divorced for 20 years. He just doesn't get it. So he still thinks they're happily married. I'm like, you live in a bathtub. So he goes, so my dad, so we're at the Yankee game. Now it's the 7th inning. It's fucking way past the 4th inning. I see the time like, Dad, Mom said to go home. He goes, listen, Dwight's pitching to no. so she'll understand.
No.
Yeah.
She'll
I'm like, well, she'll understand. She doesn't know what baseball even is. She's going to know what a no-no is. So my dad goes, all right, listen. He goes, it's coming up on the 8th inning. He goes, we got to get you behind home plate. I got to get you behind home plate. I said, yeah, but Dad, I don't care. He goes, no, he's pitching a no-no. We're going to go. He goes, you got to listen to me. Do everything I tell you to do. This is all fucking, like, in slow motion. I remember this day in my life. So we get down to the security guard behind home plate, and my dad sees 2 or 3 open seats right behind home plate, right in the old Yankee Stadium. And he says to the security guard, he goes, listen, he goes, it's Dwight's pitching a no-no. He goes, me and my kid, first time I've ever taken him to the Yankee Stadium. That was like my 12th game that season. But he was like, it's the first time I've ever taken him to the fucking Yankee Stadium. It's a big moment for my kid. Dwight's pitching no-no. There's 2 seats. Come on. Let me just, and he's, taking out cash. My dad always takes out cash. What do I need? Greasing people. And the guy goes, no. He's not. He can't sit down there. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to watch from here. And then my dad takes a breath. He goes, all right. He goes, but my son's got special needs. I swear to God. And then I looked up at him and I was like, what? Like, special needs. And then I was just sitting there with my mouth open, like kind of like with a half smile. And then the security guard gives me a noogie and goes, have a good time, kid. And then I literally was like, what gave me a complex because I'm like, I know I have like a weird mushroom haircut from Supercuts, but I don't think I look like I fucking have special needs. But I sat there. I swear to God, I sitting there.
It ruined your day.
And then this is where the story gets unbelievable. But I swear to God, this is fucking true. The row in front of where me and my dad are sitting. Now it's the 9th inning. Dwight's 2 outs away from the no-hitter, which he eventually gets.
Deal.
Big deal. I notice it's fucking. I'm 12 years old. Height of the WWF, big wrestling fan. Mr. Perfect is at 1 row in front of us. Mr. fucking Perfect, the wrestler. Every kid's favorite wrestler at that time. I'm like, Dad, that's Mr. Perfect. And he goes, who's that? And I go, he's a wrestler. And he goes, yeah. I go, it's fucking great. And he goes, and he just starts yelling. He drops the mystery. He goes, yo, Perfect. He goes, give my son an autograph. What about getting my kid an autograph? Dwight's pitching a no-no. And then Mr. Perfect, I swear to God, turns around and he goes, no. I swear to God, He goes, no. Like he was just, and he had everyone, he was drinking and, whatever. And then my dad goes, my son's got special needs. I swear to God. And then I still, to this day, in my mother's room, have a Yankees ticket signed half-assed by Mr. Perfect. And then we get back, and it was the same story with my father as it fucking always is. We're a block away from my mother's house. It's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I was supposed to be home by 8. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. My dad goes, don't tell your mother what happened. Just don't tell your mother what happened. Tell her there was a train delay. A fucking train delay. So literally, I
love your father.
Dude,
what a great fucking dad.
Yeah, we ring.
What a great dad.
Great dad. And then my dad, it's so funny because it's 2 a.m. and my dad used to sleep in the basement because he had to go all the way back to Staten Island. And then it was 2 o'clock in the morning and my dad starts walking in to go to the basement. And my mother goes, Tony, get the fuck out of my house. And he had to take the ferry and 3 trains all the way back to his house on Staten Island.
What a beautiful
at 2 a.m. And then
what a great memory.
What a great memory.
Besides you being special.
Yeah, being special. And then I failed. I didn't, I got a D on that science project because I just couldn't do it.
Worth it.
What
a fucking man.
No-hitter.
You're
That might be my favorite story on Finding the Kid.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That might be one of my favorite stories. And you're going to think I'm kidding, but it makes me kind of think about how to parent my son.
Yeah.
I got to start doing
Keep
some
him out
shit.
till 2 in the morning.
Yeah, whatever. Like break
Mix
rules.
it up,
Yeah, dude.
I got to take him to a game. I've never taken my kid to a fucking game.
Nah, dude, my dad, that was literally
Have
my
you?
Was 4.
That was my dad's teaching places for that. Anything like, and it was always rewards. If I could get a good grade or if I would, clean my room, or
That's how I operate.
my dad would be like, the incentive for you is I'll take you to a Knicks game, I'll take you to a Yankees game, I'll take you to a New York Giants game. So that was all the moments with my father were at stadiums.
Great
memories.
Great moments.
Great moments, yeah.
Is your dad, how old is he now?
My dad's 75 years old now.
He's on dialysis?
He's on dialysis, yeah. But
how's he doing otherwise?
he's doing good. Actually, and it comes full circle. We used to sit in the upper deck at Knicks games. I remember fucking one time. I'm an innocent little kid. I was, 10, maybe even younger, 9 at Madison Square Garden. This was actually my first Knicks game that my dad took me to. So maybe I was younger, maybe I was 8. And Patrick Ewing fucking tomahawk dunked on somebody against the Orlando Magic. Shaquille O'Neal, I believe maybe was even a rookie, dunked on Shaquille O'Neal. And I got up and I went, oh my God, he just slammed that like a monkey. And then I went, like that. And my dad was like, sit down. Just like, but I just,
You didn't know.
I just thought he looked like
Like Donkey
swung
Kong.
off the roof.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, and then he explained to me like why I can't what that means. And I was like, oh shit. So it was like, I remember that moment. And then it comes full circle because like 3 months ago, I got courtside seats from, having my own New York Knicks connections from career stuff. And we got to sit courtside.
Jeez, big
yeah, we got
deal.
to sit courtside.
You and your dad?
Yeah, see my dad. And then it was funny because when you sit courtside, when you get these certain connections, whatever, they put you up on the Jumbotron, right? So there's just fucking horrible timing. I don't fucking whatever. I've been on a couple of shows, but I'm not Jumbotron material. I mean, even I know that. I'm like, I don't want to do this. So it's me, my dad, and Phil Collins, right? My dad's sitting next to Phil Collins. I'll never forget. My dad's sitting next to Phil Collins, and Phil Collins had candy, chocolate candy, and my dad's just eating. He was putting his hand in Phil Collins' candy bag without his permission, and Phil Collins could do nothing. He liked Phil. Like Phil Collins liked my dad. They were laughing the whole time. He was telling them crazy stories. He was telling them crazy fucking stories. He was calling him Philip. He was like, "It's Phil." He's like, "You look like a Philip," and he was just saying shit like that, eating Phil Collins candy. And then literally they put Phil Collins up on the Jumbotron and they play his song. Dude, standing ovation.
Wow.
Like it's Phil fucking Collins. Bang, like, rah, literally fades out, goes crazy. They start playing a clip of my stand-up. I'm like,
No, they didn't.
Fucking no.
Yeah.
I literally heard somebody
You have to follow Phil Collins.
I literally hear somebody from like 10 rows back. Who the fuck is that? Literally goes up. Like I have video of it on my Instagram, deep in my Instagram. They put me up on the Jumbotron. Comedian Chris Distefano, you can hear a pin drop. You just see my father's hand come and start rubbing my back as I'm getting a full zero from 15,000 people at Madison Square Garden. My dad's just rubbing them back and you hear him going, "It's almost over, kid. It's almost over." Yeah.
I gotta go. I'm going deep in your Instagram.
I swear to you, yeah, it's up there. It's like one of those things that is a full fucking zero. You just see him.
Why'd they make you follow fucking Phil
That's
Collins?
what I said. I said, listen, I'm appreciative of. It's a nice moment to be. I'm a Knicks fan to be on MSG Jumbotron once. It's like a fucking. You never think that's going to happen. So it's great. I'm not saying I deserve it, but it was great. But I was like, could I have at least went before Phil
That's what I'm
Collins?
saying.
I mean, they
Can you
played.
open?
You can't follow.
And they just played that drum part that everybody knows.
Yeah.
They're like, I can feel it. And then he's like, fucking yeah. And then literally a full zero just rubbing my back. Yeah. Tracy Morgan was there too. Tracy Morgan was like, "They did you cold, son." He was doing stuff like that. Yeah.
Ah, fuck. That's so stupid.
Dude, I don't think we need to do current events.
No, I don't
Oh,
either.
so
Those are the best
Talk
stories
through it.
we've
I'm sorry.
had.
That's the best.
All
Who
right.
gives a
These are
fuck about
best.
current events?
Those are my favorite
Fuck
stories
it.
you've
I'm
had.
taking
on
Fire
We
and the
did-
Kid Guest
yeah.
of the Year from D'Elia.
You might.
yeah,
You
you
might.
might.
Doing that fucking. I have the stupidest memory of that when we were playing In the Air Tonight, and we were all pretending that we were gonna assassinate somebody out
Yeah.
as you were in college, and I'm like, and I'm putting the gun. My friends like, look at these losers. We had nothing to do. We're, by the way, way too old for this. I'm fucking giving him the gun, and it's like, and we're gonna, as we're driving, as we just level the gun. It's like, and I'm like out the window, and my friend, this is so stupid. I don't know why it's funny, but he just has the gun. And he just goes, and he just died. He got shot, and he's lying there like that as we drive by. Well, that's the story.
Wow. After this story,
Listen, I got more
after
dad
this great
stories.
story,
I want to ruin everything.
we had an out.
We had it out. Let's edit that out. It's the worst story of all time.
Wow.
Yeah,
let-
so he
just let
died.
Chris shine
he
in his
died.
moment.
Yeah, he died, and that's my
you.
Phil
Let him
Collins story.
shine,
That's
dude.
my terrible
him
Phil
shine.
Collins story, and yours
Appreciate
is,
it.
What a great story.
You're a monster, dude. Are you
Thank
on?
you.
Are you on the
Jesus
road?
Christ.
Yeah.
'Cause I thought you were gonna be able to join me when I'm in New York, May 7th and 8th.
You
and
look
you're
different
gone.
in every picture.
Dude, it's what it is.
You look. I don't know who that guy is.
That's me. That's me with a size 38 waist. Now I'm a size 36 waist.
Stay chunky. You look good.
You like the chunky monkey? So I'll be so March 19th. I have my podcast History Hyenas. Please go check that out with the great Giannis Pappas. We have live shows at the Gramercy Theater. First show sold out. Second show is available March 19th and April 29th at the Wall Street Theater in Norwalk for the History Hyenas. And then me doing stand up. We got Vancouver.
It's a new club.
Yeah, Rick Bronson's House of Comedy in Vancouver.
You opened a new club.
Opening
Yeah,
club.
Vancouver.
I like
got-
Rick. Rick's
yeah.
a good guy.
I got Laugh Boston. I just put Raleigh, North Carolina up April 9th to 11th. And then Philadelphia, Philly Punchline. And then we just added October 9th and 10th. We got the Aladdin Theater in Portland and on October 9th. And then October 10th, the Neptune Theater in Seattle, Washington. I'll be bringing Don DePetta with me, a.k.a. Handsome Giannis. So go get those tickets. ChrisDComedy.com. ChrisDComedy.com.
You're the best, man. We love
Thank you guys for having me.
Fucking great podcast.
Next week I'm in Atlanta, Buckhead Theater. That's Friday the 13th. And then Saturday, March 14th, I'm in New Orleans. One night, one show only each city. Then the following weekend, March 19th through the 21st, B-Day weekend. Hey.
It's your birthday, buddy.
What's up,
What do you want
dog?
to do, guy?
I don't know. Let's get weird,
We
dude.
got some plans for you.
Brian's divorced. I'm divorced. Let's do, man.
I don't
Fucking
know,
get a
dude.
hotel.
Yeah, we
Why
could
not?
do
We'll
it
get
in
Anthony Santino.
Austin. We're in Austin. I'm in Austin,
And
Cap
being
City.
gay is legal there.
That's very legal.
Yeah.
It's actually, yeah, you get
It's
bonuses.
Texas weird. It's
Yeah, March 19th through 21st, Austin, Cap City. And then I close out the month, Toronto, Detroit, Minneapolis. Then I'm off to Europe. tfatk.com for tickets. B?
Where am I at? I'm Kansas City, the 3rd and the 4th of April at the Improv. Can't wait. And then Columbus.
Daddy's back on the road.
Daddy's back on the road. I got a lot of road gigs. Columbus, Ohio,
Daddy needs to grow out the
17th of
baby.
April. 18th of April at the Funny Bone. Charlotte, Comedy Zone, 23rd, 24th, 25th.
I don't like your energy.
And then Denver.
I don't like
May
your energy.
14th, 15th.
I'm not buying a ticket.
Come on,
I don't like your
please.
energy, dude.
Please. All right, there you go.
Chris, you're the best. You fucking
you guys for
killed
having
it.
me.
Tom, Chris, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Bubbas.
Fucking great.
This the fun kid. We're out.